Have you ever seen an alternate ending to that?
He's literally going so crazy.
I did before, but I don't remember.
When
They actually caught the nigga in the house. And with the kids and
Yeah.
shit. That shit is so ass. That shit is so
This
ass.
one you said you
And he was eating.
It's like, yeah, y'all should, y'all was
Dream.
I know you heard Cat Williams talking about there was a rape scene in there.
Yeah, nigga, when he the bathroom part.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the rape scene.
You heard that, right?
Yeah.
Terrible. Imagine if
Maybe
they
it's comfortable.
imagine if we would have never switched that shit up. That should have been terrible.
All right, y'all ready?
He's that one.
Oh damn, we died.
You're dialing in.
Hey, to the college kids, no scholarship, starting your semester, unpacking your suitcases, filling up your dresser. Enjoy it while you got it. After that, it's God bless you. Life is your professor. Know that bitch is gon' test you.
Welcome back to another episode of the Almost Dropouts, man. We still here. It's a different frame today, my brothers. You know what I'm saying? To my left of me, I got my boy.
Caleb, aka The Blazing, aka OG Phil, aka Mr. Tutra.
And I'm Kai. And we joined with three special, not one, not two, three special guests today, man. One of them who damn, my bad, twin.
What?
I ain't tell your shit up.
You mean my mic?
Yeah, but your shit not even
You
old.
ain't turn it on?
We fuck up. Players fuck up all the time.
Y'all know who I am. I don't gotta redo it.
But yeah, man. One of them whom I share the same, nickname with and shit. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. And please get detailed with the introduction. Don't just goddamn, my name Kai. Hell no. Let these folk know what you do and shit.
Why you got to call her out like that?
Because it happens so many times. I just want to get out disclaimer.
Not that kind, this kind, but not that kind.
All right, who want to start? You want to start or want me to start?
I feel like we should start.
All right. It's your boy Famous, the owner and, basically starter of Famous Rage. Yeah, just really a young, cool nigga from Omaha, Nebraska. I'm going to claim it every time.
What?
Yeah.
You from Nebraska?
From Nebraska.
like that.
I thought you was an East Side nigga.
Nah.
Damn.
Yeah, from Omaha, Nebraska.
I never met him. Well, damn. Nah, I can't say I know.
I'm going to claim it every time.
That's real though.
Look, we finna fuck y'all up.
So, yeah.
Wait. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But yeah, just a young nigga from Omaha, Nebraska. Goddamn, just live out here in the A right now. Goddamn, just be making clothes and designs and shit. I just be working and goddamn styling, just be all around doing some cool shit for real. Nothing too crazy.
All right, now y'all said y'all about to fuck us up. I'm a little scared.
What do you mean by that?
He from Nebraska.
Is this one?
Good Nebraska.
Yeah.
Cornfields.
So where the fuck could y'all possibly be from?
Dang, let her get to it.
Right. He said the suspense is killing me.
Literally.
Hello, my name is Imani, and I'm what you call an influencer, or what you like to call it, I'm a mortal. So what I do is post online my pictures and my memories, and I dip.
You were
Facts.
east side of Atlanta. What the fuck was that?
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, the south side, Bleeland Avenue.
Southside.
I just got some feeling frozen. These are from the sunshine.
Also weekend, I was getting back here.
That's.
All right, it's you giving me the mic.
I'm about to say.
Hey, you right there.
My name is Kai, Kai, Kai. I'm from Des Moines, Iowa. Me just waiting, so y'all.
Cause you lied.
Omaha did it for you, but Iowa's silence because y'all don't know where it is.
Damn.
Ain't
That's Middle East. That's like the
That's
Middle
up north.
East.
Oh,
That's
damn.
up north. That's up north, ain't it?
Yeah.
Not Middle East. My bad.
Iowa and Illinois share a border.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
I was born in Chicago, but I was raised in Iowa, so we should.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all just fucked this up with that one.
I mean, everybody from here is implants. At least that's what I've heard.
Transplants.
Where y'all think we from?
Huh?
Where y'all think we from? We not from here.
What?
All
Are
right,
y'all
if
from
I had
the
to guess,
Carolinas?
Nah.
Texas.
Well, damn,
I gave it up. I ain't gonna lie. I'm from Texas.
You are from Texas?
Yeah.
I was guessing. That was a wild guess.
I'm gonna just take a wild guess Say
That
Virginia.
ain't bad.
That shit ain't wow. Oh, damn. Oh, shit.
I wasn't even looking at
How funny nigga know what Virginia is. Hey.
I was just a wild guess.
Nah, that's real.
So, what do you do?
I moved here because I want to dance professionally. Like music videos, movies, commercials, tours, visuals, you name it. So I came down here for school. Well, not here. I came to Alabama for school, and I visited once on winter break, and I was like, I'm moving to Atlanta. Everybody told me not to, but I was like, I have to.
So are y'all like currently in school now? Or y'all
No.
fuck school?
Never went. Well, after high school,
Real
that was
dropout.
it.
Fuck almost.
No, but I'm real job.
High school education. That's where it stopped.
1 year each for both of us.
Why not though? Like, was y'all successful before, like,
It wasn't even
having to
here
choose
for
that
me.
shit? Or
Honestly, hell no. I would say so. With me, what's fucking with me up was my whole high school career. Basically high school career. I was a bunch of moving from here, from Atlanta to Kentucky, Indiana, and back here. So I ain't really had no solid place the whole high school year.
you had military family or some shit?
Not even that. Nah, it was just a lot of like family issues going on. Not even really family issues, but it was like there's some more like some shit happened and just had to up and just react on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so from freshman year I was in Kentucky, but that only lasted 4 months, and then I ended up doing freshman year, sophomore year, and like the start of junior year in Indiana. Then like mid junior year, I ended up moving back here, and then after that, that's where I finished out here. But moving schools from Kentucky to Indiana, and that was one. But from Indiana to here, the school curriculum is way different. Like out there, you needed 42 credits to graduate.
How many credits?
Out here, I know when I graduated from out here on the south side, I only needed 24. And then like half the classes that I took up there, they was reading my transcripts and it was like, we don't offer half of those classes here. Like, and then when I got here my mid junior year, I was basically like almost done. Like I think I had like 3 or 4 classes really to take, and I was good really with school. But if out there, I would have still been doing junior year and then a whole senior year just to even graduate.
Damn.
Shit.
With that, yeah, it was a bunch of transcript movements because literally my transcripts really didn't even fully get here till basically mid senior year. And then once it did, I was done. And then at that point, I was doing sports, but with all the moving around, I had scholarships, but nobody can keep their eye on me because I was doing
What you
too much.
did? Play.
I had scholarships in football and track.
That's what you wanted to go to college for?
So I was gonna go to school for, if I had scholarships, originally I really didn't have school in my mind, but if I had scholarships, I was gonna go. But if I didn't have no scholarships, I really didn't plan on going. And no, I didn't have nothing planned really, like thinking I was gonna be successful or nothing. Because even after I graduated out here, for the first 3 months, shit, I was still managing at Arby's.
Shit, at least you a manager.
My bad.
Yeah.
At least you won't got them working the
A
fries.
lot of niggas ain't working.
Shit, I was working the Fridays as a man. We were short staffed. I was in that bitch trying to hire people.
Doing everything with that motherfucker.
Shit. I was like 18. Mind you, I'm a manager. I'm a closing manager at that. And we already short staffed, so I'm closing with like 2 other 16-year-olds. 2 other motherfuckers in high school too. So yeah, it was crazy.
How about y'all? Why y'all said no college?
I went for 1 semester.
The mic twin.
I went to college for 1 semester. And I knew immediately that shit was not for me.
Where you go?
I went to Tennessee State University.
TSU.
I went there doing the panoramic though. So
Oh, okay.
Panoramic.
I went there and like HBCUs unorganized as fuck versus PWIs. They organize, they gonna have your FAFSA together, they're gonna have your financial aid together, they're gonna have you in the door, have you dorm ready, all that, roommate, settled. You go to a HBCU, nigga, you gonna go through 5 people before you get to the counselor. And you trying to get to the counselor to get your schedule and class in 3 days, you better make some shape, and you don't know nobody on campus. You ask your RA, they don't give a fuck about you. They're trying to figure out what the fuck going on in the building. It's like 4, 5 of them niggas on one hall. Like, did you hear about her? I just work here. Did you see her room?
I ain't say this shit.
But nah, though, like
I ain't say this shit, y'all. Goddamn.
I might have been
on some real shit though, like yeah, HBC was very unorganized though. Like it was very stressful, and if you're a first generation college student, it's like you walking up in that bitch. It's a completely new environment, so you got to think about you around a whole lot of individuals who probably had people who went to college before them, and they giving them advice, putting them up on game and shit.
Who's like prepared for that
Type shit. Like you could tell, you like, oh yeah, nigga, you was ready to come, huh? But like, I was in school online. We didn't have on campus classes yet because But some niggas had roommates. I ain't had no roommate. So I was in that bitch kicking it. So pretty much.
Wait. My bad. You moved on to campus with no in-person classes?
All online. It was a choice. You could stay at home or you could come on campus.
You said fuck home.
Hey, y'all gotta get away from my mama.
I hate home, nigga.
Take out the dish, take out the trash, all that shit. No. So it was like it was already like independence from my mama. That was like my first way to get away from there and get my breath of fresh air. Like, what's the real world like without you yapping in my ear?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So I'm there for like 6 months type shit. But pretty much I'm in there. I'm calling my cousin like, how many classes I'm supposed to have a day? She was like, yeah, you're not supposed to have 7 in a day. I'm like, 7 classes? She was like, you're supposed to have like 4. I'm like,
I didn't that. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, hearing this as a first generation college student, it was like, so I said, fuck that shit. And I closed my laptop and never opened that bitch again. Me and my friends out here riding around eating Popeyes and shit. We ran around eating Popeyes and shit, blasting music in the parking lot. Just riding around Tennessee. It's nothing but cowboy boots and country folks, racist white people. Just there. Zaxby's. Barely that. You gotta go to Knoxville for that shit. But it was just country as fuck. So like fall break came. It was only 3 days. I told my mama a week. She came and got me and I stayed in the A for a week. So like, where you at? I'm like, home. Came back, cashed out. Everybody like, what's going on? I'm like, I'm about to drop out on y'all ass. I don't need this shit, boy.
Oh God.
But fuck y'all. I'm up. Mind you, this 2020, 2021, panoramic band's going crazy.
Wait, oh damn, you okay.
Nah.
I can't. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Wait a minute, let me tell you something. I didn't take money from the government. Not me.
That's real.
All my funds real.
Nah, the panoramic.
Nah, but like, you gotta think about it. Everybody in the house panicking, thinking that the world about to end. Money going everywhere. TikTok, paying. I'm on that bitch like.
Coping on the internet.
So you were already like an influencer by then?
Nah, I was just somebody like, that's when I first started going up on TikTok. That's when I first started going viral actually. Like, my very first viral video was me in my mama like driveway. But then I had did a video on my dorm and went viral. They like, you that girl who in Wilson? I'm like, who?
Okay, fuck out of here.
But fast forward, I dropped out. I was in school for like 6 months. They was like, no, stay. I'm like, no, I have better shit to do. I got money. I could buy y'all life. Anyways, that's not the point.
What's the point?
Dropped out of school. And then I was staying with my mama. And you know, like, once you're in your mama house and you done got that freedom and independence away from them, taking out the dishes. Taking out the trash. Like, I'm talking about taking out the dishes. Do what? Clean up my room. And you got to think about it. You doing shit at your own pace, and then you come back home, and it's like a military sergeant in your ear. Then they get to talk about, if you don't move out before this time, you got to start paying bills. But what? And that's what I did. I was 18 and got my first apartment. Dropped out of school. Got my apartment, and I've been straight ever since.
That's real.
Yeah.
Just
You
real.
jumped out the porch. Jumped out.
Quickly,
For real.
adulting got serious.
Shit. You know, I wanted to goddamn move out, goddamn get me a little apartment at 18 and shit. But I was like, I don't think I'm ready for this shit how I say I am.
I don't know. I mean, you should have. I feel like you should have experienced it. I experienced it.
You dropped out too? I mean, not dropped out, but jumped out the porch.
Hell yeah! Like after high school, so like I said, I was still trapping at Arby's, but that's when I really started getting fucking with the music for real. So I used to engineer and produce. So I used to do that real heavy. Like I was on that real heavy. And my partner had a spot. He had a spot with a girl. was, I don't know, his girl situation at the time. But that's what we was doing the music at. And I was there like 24/7 around the clock type shit. Damn near spend the night there. And then long story short, I was just with him all the time doing the music shit. So then they ended up getting into it. And basically she like left type shit. So then he was still there. And he was like kind of struggling to pay it type shit. So I was like, shit, I'm already in it, bitch. We doing the music shit together. Shit, let's just goddamn run this bitch up. So shit, I moved in with his ass. Never like, you know, my name was never on the lease on no shit, but I was in that bitch paying with his ass.
Yeah.
But that lasted what? That shit lasted what, 3-4 months? Cause then it was just like, you know, it was just two people sharing one household. But it was like, not when it was like we was thinking differently. It was just like niggas like motivation started lacking and shit. So then niggas money stopped coming in. Niggas started paying late on rent, and then niggas started, you know, buying unnecessary shit way more than putting where, you know, money should to, you know, real prioritize shit. So then after that, I'm like, bruh, I'm only 18. You like 24. Like, my nigga, like, you need to get your shit together. Like, this is why she already left you. And y'all ass still in this bitch trim. Like, and it's like, you rather keep buying this shit, but you know you got bills doing shit. So it's like, my nigga, at that point, I was like, man, because he kept asking me to like basically like spot him and shit. And it was like, I think like 2 months I had spot him. But then when I did that shit, I'm fucking struggling and shit.
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm getting paid every 2 weeks at the time. So I'm like, yo, we still trying to do this music shit. And it's low key like with that shit too at the time. He was already kind of a little bit further than me, but he wasn't like, well, I ain't gonna say he was a lot further than me, but it was still like, you know, he could have been doing way better. With me, I was basically kind of just getting my foot in the door. So I'm doing a lot of shit low key for free. Kind of just, you know, getting my sound out, my profession out, letting niggas see what I can do. So with that, it's like, bro, you want me to basically pay for you, nigga? I'm barely making ends meet, working this job and doing this shit all day round. And you the nigga that's goddamn older than me, you want me to spot you. So at that point, that lasted 3 months. Ended up having to take that walk of shame back to the parents' house. Niggas was like, what happened? Because I just up and did it too. Like, it was on some shit like...
I know they had a lot to say.
It was just more like, because it was like, they wasn't tripping that I was just doing the music shit, not even being out late. It was just the fact that like, I was just like, shit, it's a free spot. And I just kind of like up and left. Was like, shit, I'm gonna move in with this and got in this nigga. I'm gonna have my own spot with him and shit. It's gonna be cool.
I told you so.
Yeah, it was just like, y'all ain't even discuss nothing. Y'all ain't do this, that. You mean, I know he your homeboy, but you don't know how he really live. I'm like, man, it's good. So yeah, to that walk of shame back, they was like,
It was brief though.
it was cool. I mean, I was like, yeah, I'm like, hey, it's an experience.
I feel like college is like, if you do want to go to college, oh my bad. I feel like if you do go to college, I think it's
adjusted. Yeah, there you go.
Excuse me. I feel like college is nice though because your parents are essentially still supporting you. A lot of people don't put themselves through college, no shade. But your parents are still supporting you, but you do have space to like have a little bit of independence and still structure. And I think that's what's really important about living on your own as an adult. Like, I tried college, it didn't work for me, but then when I decided to live on my own, like, the same stuff that irritated us about being at our mom's house, the same shit you have to do in your own house. Like, you realize how hard it is to keep a fucking kitchen clean, to keep your bathroom clean, to keep your fucking room clean.
It's different when you live with.
And when you live with other people, now you got to deal with everybody's energy, and we already don't fuck with our parents and our siblings. So a stranger,
that'll teach you to always want your own shit and be independent though, because sharing with a nigga, you'll get tired of that shit.
But you have to fight for that. Like, as an adult, you really got to fight for
I know though, but like that make you want to like really get up and get that shit. Cause having a roommate, imagine y'all get into it, you gotta go on the other side of the house, or you walk in and you already pissed off and they taking shit out on you. Like, you can't even have a moment to chill out.
Shit goes way deeper when you have
you feel me
too. Like, people just crash.
Yeah, people be crashing out. Like, you gotta hear the horror stories about this shit. Like,
me and that
like,
nigga
know them like that.
used to share. Well, at the time, I was using his laptop to like do a lot of stuff before I got my own. So yeah, let us get to our nigga, give me my shit.
Oh no,
recording today.
Now you gotta go apologize and shit.
You ain't making a cent.
My bad, bro. It wasn't even worth the argument.
Like,
Call that nigga bit, bro.
Gotta been fucking around, roll a blunt for the nigga. Now, like, it's all good, bro. It's beef. I gotta put it work. It's all good, bro.
Nah, Kyle, what happened when you went to college?
Oh damn, I thought you were talking to me.
Nah.
No, you good. I really went to college because my parents wanted me to go to college. I knew I wanted to dance right when I got out of high school, but they was just like, that's not a career. And I mean, I get it. It's not that it's not a career, but traditional parents don't think about creative careers. They think about what they think is a structured career. Like my mama working in like health insurance or some shit. She don't like that. I can see that she don't like that. I wanted to do what made me happy.
But you gotta think about different generations. How like our parents, they got these fixed ass mindsets because their parents had fixed mindsets, and you know people don't break those curses, so they try to take it out on their kid because their parents did them like that. You know, control what the fuck you can control what you can control. Basically, parents be like, "You gonna go to school and do this because my mama told me to do this," instead of being like, "Since my mama didn't let me do this, fuck it, I'm gonna let you do you."
Right. Well, it was a little different for me. Like, I actually moved out first before I went to college. Like, I took a gap year. And in that gap year, I was just like, yeah, nah. These niggas made me sign a contract to live at home. They was like, bro, I have the world's strictest parents. Like, I feel like that's
Are you serious?
a contract. Like, I wish I could pull this shit up right now. Like, it was just like, on the weekends, I had to be home by like 11 p.m.
No.
I had to be enrolled in some type of school, like if I wanted to live there. It was just basically shit.
Madness.
It was just because like.
Did you negotiate or was it just like?
Oh, there was no negotiation. My mom is a military parent. Right, and then my dad just a Virgo. I don't know. They had a weird little. They're both Virgos, but they just had a little weird, like very authoritative type thing going on. So I moved out first, and then that shit went crazy. My first apartment was
Well, I'm feeling bad for you. Like,
no, don't feel bad. If anything, like having experiences like that, I feel like it makes me fucking cooler. Like I've been through a lot of shit. I've met a lot of different type of people. I've been with the worst of the worst people. So I kind of see the good in everybody. And I mean, just like she said, like I'm really like grateful to do anything on my own to like be here, be an adult.
Yeah.
Because I get to do everything they wouldn't let me do. Like, and I had a phase where I was going crazy because I had freedom for the first time. Like, no curfew, you not checking on me? Yeah, I went crazy. That's what happened in college. I went crazy.
You
like,
and me both. Because think about it.
We
gotta think about how
outside.
parents are. Like when you have like laid back parents you can talk to, adulthood be cool. Like shit, I've been doing that. But with strict parents, they don't know. Like the more you tell somebody no, the more you tell a child no, the more they gonna want to do it.
Yeah.
Like strict parents make rebellious kids. Exactly.
Yeah,
and life is about fuck around and finding out. You trying to be
Not
out
too
here
much,
like
though, yo.
no, like not like that, but like you know how overprotective parents be like, hey, no, you can't go here, you can't go
gotta
there.
do it
I'm
too
trying to
much to
protect
learn
you.
that's too much now. Yeah.
Exactly. You can't go out there and then you brand new to this shit, and they like, oh, I wish I would have told you, or oh, I wish I would have let you do this and that. No, you're too scared. And now I'm out here fucked up doing bad shit because I never got to experience shit when I had the chance to at that age.
I would definitely say like that's kind of how like the whole college thing even propelled me here because I went for a year. I got to be outside for the first time. I did way too fucking much. Like I can honestly say I did way too fucking
you
much.
went Alabama A&M?
Alabama State.
That's you.
That was different.
I know they was
Then
probably
I'm
partying
from-
hard.
I mean, they party hard as fuck, but then I'm also from Iowa, so that was weird too. It was like a culture shift for sure. Like I went from never having a black teacher or seeing a black doctor or a firefighter or police to everybody's black. Like
You said Iowa?
yeah, in Iowa.
damn.
That was a completely different shit for me. I was outside. It was so much fun. But like I said, I came here on break and I was like, this is interesting. It was just like, I was staying at my auntie's house. She was letting me drive her car. I'm up and down the city. I'm taking dance classes. My teacher's fucking with me. They're like, where you come from? You special. I'm like, no, wait a second. Maybe the cornfields and the white people didn't do me so bad after all. Maybe I'm cool as fuck. I don't know. No, literally. So
You want to take the mic off? You can
It's
take it
off?
off and hold it if you
you
want
said
to.
hold it. Oh, I mean, I don't know how to take it off this thing, but don't let me start touching shit. But yeah, I did one more semester. Sorry. I did one more semester. Went back home again. Okay, bet. I did one more semester. Man, for real, like it was a little crunchy in there. But I did one more I did one more semester, went back home, hated it so bad, and I just told everybody else finna move out. I was just like, I'm finna move out, I'm finna go to Atlanta. And I'm all the way back in Iowa again, and they're just like, yeah, no. My dance teacher was like, don't do it. He moved here, had a bad experience. So he was just basically saying I was gonna come down here and see how many creatives were going crazy down here and be like intimidator. He was basically like, I don't think you're ready. I don't think you're ready.
That's some true shit.
I get it because he had a bad experience, but like that's like the thing. Just because you have a bad
That's
experience.
not everybody's. Yeah.
Because I had big dreams. I even felt like I surpassed him. Like as a creative, you're obviously gonna learn from somebody at some point. I felt like I surpassed him, and like he taught me what he could teach me, but that doesn't make up who you are as a creative. Like you gotta go in different environments, be around different niggas, see different shit, so that you can really, so you can make an identity for yourself that's not based off of somebody else.
How long you been here?
It's been 3 years. I moved here in 2020. Same way in 2020, shit got jumping in 2020.
Can, boy.
Yeah, man. 2020 was the year. Yeah, I came during the pandemic, like, cause there was so much money. Like,
I'm talking about money was coming out the ass. It was coming out to dap you up.
man. Money knock on the door and say, we going outside today. We going to the mall.
Like, what y'all trying to get a crab voice
Nigga
tonight?
trying to go to a car dealership?
Hey, fuck that. All drinks on me.
Man.
You invited to the house?
Niggas looking at $2,000 apartments. Niggas like, yeah, I think I want to live in Buckhead. Fuck it. I want to live in Buckhead.
That's what I'm talking about. Then Lennox used to be an upscale mall, right? Like I'm talking about all the white folks, all the rappers in the early 2000s talking about Lennox, like Soulja Boy, Jeezy, all them folks.
That shit turned into
a fucking gun range. Fuck that.
Shit turned into rainbow.
Nigga, it's niggas who not even from Atlanta shooting this bitch up. Like, what the fuck y'all got going on? That's a fucking monument. Then that was just a ghetto ass. Oh, you stay in Buckhead. I know you scam. Like,
You don't got no respect.
Snitching that nigga.
like
2020 was that year like everybody touched some money and started acting
yeah.
different.
Oh, God,
I was
you
about to
did.
say.
2020, that's when I was doing like the beat shit, and I ain't really know too much, but like how to like lease my beat, and it was like I was leasing that shit easily for like $25.
So how'd you go from that to making your own clothes?
See, now that's funny, cause it just happened. Like on God, it just happened. Like it started off. So, well, like I said, I was in the studio. So it originally started off me in the studio.
Beat shit.
I was still the last studio I was at was Street Execs. So I was in there fucking with that. So now I was in there doing music and I was doing a bit of photography. Cause I used to dabble a bit of photography and whatnot. So as I was doing that, it was cool. But then as I'm seeing like a lot of these like rapper dudes come in, they ain't really got shit on. Like if you really think about it, like if you're really looking at what they have on, it's not shit for real. Like it's just shoes, designer pants, usually a shirt to match the shoes,
in the
bunch of fucking chains. That's the
Tight
outfit
ass
right there.
pants.
It's the jewelry. Bunch of fucking chains, and then whatever else to go with it. And it was only like one nigga in there who guess at the time was, I guess, kind of fashion. I don't even want to bring up his name, but he was in there.
I want to know the nigga.
Well, I would say ain't nothing wrong with him, but I would say it's just I think because to me personally he wasn't doing too much. But his name is Papito, Big Papito, some shit like that.
Nah, I don't know that. No.
But yeah, it was like his name was Big Papito, and he was kind of like the only nigga that was like on the sense of different, kind of with the fashion shit. But it wasn't like nothing crazy. It was more like how. Like a lot of motherfuckers kind of make shit with the patchwork shit. It was kind of like that. Like ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's like, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, so it was like him. But then as I'm like talking to these other dudes, like mind you, I'm going in there. Like I had my own little style, which was still kind of time. It wasn't nothing crazy, but at the time it was like crazy cargo pants, jacket, and then shoes. And then like I had crazy fitted collection at the time. So niggas would be asking me, first it started with the hats. Niggas be like, damn, where you get your hat from? I'll be like, I was pointing them in the directions. And then from there, I started dressing my partner. Like he was way better. Like
what?
I was styling him. Okay, dressing, styling.
I say you dressing niggas up,
but nah, styling them.
With him.
But nah, I was styling him because like I said, he was around more people, or kind of getting around more people, and he really had like the sense of style for it. So I started styling his ass, and then I guess motherfuckers started recognizing like, nah, nigga, you done got them changed a little bit because on God you used to have that bullshit back then. It was like one day nigga realized that he was like, damn. He was like, your face actually kind of hard though. He was like, cause yeah, the last time you came in, you had them skinny jeans on with them Pumas. I wasn't fucking with it. Like he realized that to this nigga. I'm like, damn.
What I say about them tight ass pants?
But that's what he had on though. Like it was like my nigga, like he a good producer and everything. But at the time he didn't have the style. Like he didn't have the style to where like if a nigga was in there with a camera or some shit, he want the producer in the picture type shit. He was just like, on standby type shit. Yeah. So, start styling him, niggas start seeing that shit. So then I started styling for a few niggas, and then I ended up putting one outfit together, helping at the time because he stayed in there schooly. He stayed in that the studio.
So
Helped him
with Schoolie?
Huh?
He was with Schoolie?
Nah, but Schoolie was just in that studio all the time. Street execs, like he was just always there type shit. Like yeah, on High Mill, yeah.
It's a dance studio across the street.
Yep. So he stayed in there. So I did help him with one fit. Like it was just like you know what your idea type shit is. So then from there I was like, I just started thinking like on some real shit.
It's cool, it's my roommate.
I can make some clothes. Like I was just looking at other stuff. Like I've been in the clothes and stuff, but I like at the time, like growing up, I ain't really never had the funds for it. Like,
Yeah.
so I was like, man, I can honestly start making clothes and shit. So then, yeah, it kind of was just as a thought at first. So then I made like a t-shirt design.
When the fuck did you get to school?
What the fuck?
All right.
But it started off with a t-shirt design, and then from there, like I ain't know if I was gonna fuck with it or not. Cause then at first, when I was doing the photography, I was just gonna do merch, and that's what I was doing. I made clothes, but making merch for the photography shit. So if you look way back, it's archived now. But I had I was heat pressing famous studios onto like shit. That's when I was trying to like brand like my whole music, photography shit, and all that. So I started off like that, and I was just selling them bitches at the back of my car. Mind you, still doing the music shit. So it started off like merch, and then niggas was actually fucking with it. Mind you, if I show you the design, you'll probably think like, that's crazy. Like the shit was, to me, is ass, but people was fucking with it. And I was selling hoodies out in like a day or two. Like I'm getting like 20 hoodies made real quick, selling them out in like a day. And I was selling them for cheap as fuck, like $30. But I was only getting them made for like $10. So then it started like that. So then I was like,
That $20 profit.
so I was like, shit, I might just keep running that shit up. So then I kept the merch shit going for a little bit. And then it was like, niggas was like, why don't you just, you know, take the clothes serious, but, you know, keep doing the music shit, but just, you know, take a brand approach with all night. So I was like, shit, I had thought of a name, couldn't think of shit. So I kept the whole famous thing going because that's just me. So I was like, and I don't know, I just thought of rage because niggas always talking about I be raging out and shit. Especially when I was making beats and shit, I used to rage out badly because I'll be stuck at one point or didn't know what to add, what key to do. And I'll be like, fuck it all, just fucking everything. Shit. Like, fuck this beat, delete the whole beat and shit. I can't think of nothing.
That's when you walk away and you come back later. And
then after I think about it, I'll be like, fuck. But so then I thought of the word rage, so then boom, I was like, fuck, I'm gonna name it Famous Rage. And I just kind of had it as a deal for a moment. And then, yeah, like, I kind of just thought of design one day. And I never been a drawing type too, so that was crazy too, because like, I never was like truly into drawing and shit, even coloring. But like, I had thought of a shirt design, and I put it together, got a like graphic designer truly make it and shit, make it work. And then I previewed it, and niggas was like, I need that. So then at that point, I was like, do I really do this shit? And at that time, everything at Street Exec was just falling apart. Cause then mind you, I was in there only because of my partner base. Like I was in there, you know, in my own, but he basically put me through the dough type shit. So when shit started fucking up with him, it started fucking up with me.
Yeah.
And then money wasn't coming through at all at that point because niggas wasn't getting paid no more and shit like that. So then it was like, yeah. So then boom, at that point, I went back to goddamn working at Arby's, really. And then I was like, I'm gonna really try with this clothes shit. And then, yeah, I just jumped the porch with it, kind of just got my first design. Got scammed my first purchase too, like looking back at it as a business owner. I paid way too much for my first drop just for some t-shirts. But when I did it, I made the money back, which was cool. And at that point, once I did that, I was like, maybe I can do this shit. And I always been kind of like into like hype clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Like I always see myself as like, I always had that, you could say hype beast kind of mindset type shit. So when it came to like, you know, all them designer clothes and shit, I was tapped in with it. Like I was on Supreme every Thursday. Yeah. I'm on the sneakers app when them bitches drop. I would say even like at a time before, even when I was doing the music shit, I even forgot about that because I was just doing all type of shit. I used to sell sneakers. Like I was reselling sneakers for a good little minute too.
Shit, me too. Especially over COVID.
Over COVID. But what's crazy was I was tapped in with my nigga. See, I was still tapped in with my homeboy in Indiana. He worked at a Finish Line, and he worked at a shitty mall, but they got heat in there. They was getting heat, but it was a shitty mall. Like nobody really went to this mall. So he would just like wait a day or two, and we was cashing out hella shoes. And then I'll sell him. He was still up there in Indiana, and I was in here in Atlanta. So then we'll do our money calculations. He'll send me half, and we was flipping shit like that. But then I can't speak on what happened to him. Listen, you know, hope you're doing good, brother. But yeah. So then you know that lasted for a while. But yeah. So then at that point, because then when I was doing that shit too, I was kind of doing like the, you know, I've always been into thrifting too, so I'll kind of do like the shoes and the clothes type shit. Yeah. Bring in more attention. So at that, when I started making clothes, I was doing the shoes and my own clothes, and I was like, and that kind of brought in more traction to selling shoes and the clothes. And at that point, I was like, fuck it, let's just lock in on this shit for real and just take off. And yeah, that's kind of what I did. It wasn't no true backstory for real to it. It just kind of just happened.
So how the fuck do we get dancer, influencer, Arby's?
So I would say it's just a funny story. So I met Twin at a fashion show with my one partner, my partner Scott. How I met him through a friend. Well, it was my homegirl who I've been knew, like, we've been good friends and shit. So I met her through him. And then we started, like, kicking shit. So then he invited me to this fashion show, because that's when, I guess he seen, like, I was really into that shit. And that's when I started the brand shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he took me there. I arrived late as fuck. I literally, like, got there at the end of the show. Like, as soon as I walked in, it was like, all right, y'all, I appreciate everybody else coming and shit, you know. It was a great show. Like, I literally just walked in there. And the show. I'm like, damn. But I walked in and met Twin. We only had like a short conversation, but I think we like exchanged social media and shit at that point. And then at that time, that was about it until like I had a shoot idea. And that's when I was like thinking like really outside the box on some different shit. Like I'm gonna have a behind the scenes type shit to it. And this is when, at the time, when I was doing my brand, I had just made these like crop sweaters. At first, I didn't know if I wanted to be females unisex, which Twin got on right now.
That's the first shit?
Yeah, it's one of the first shits. So yeah, it's like a season 1 drop. So yeah, it's like one of the very first shits. I had them and purses.
I remember when you posted this.
Yeah. Oh, so that shit was like I think this was like one of the very first kind of things, not a t-shirt that I dropped.
That shit hard.
So
And it's crazy.
No, I really did come with it though.
Yeah, I drew the
You feel
design.
me?
That's real. That's
But
real.
the design, which is funny because I didn't even know people was gonna fuck with it, because like I just real like scribble some shit. Like I had seen like, so what I had seen was, it was like, what's that like Halloween movie with like the family and shit?
Halloween Town?
Nah, the Addams Family, yeah. Fuck. It was like on some shit like that, but it was like an Addams Family picture where they was like on the chairs and shit.
Yeah.
It was like an all black family, like if they was just all black, you see was white eyes. And I was like, that shit's spooky as fuck, but it's hard as fuck. So then I was like, in a way I recreated it. I just drew like a bunch of like scribble people. Like literally I was just scribbling with a pencil and just kind of erased where the eyes would be and kind of just like, okay. And then from there I kind of put on a t-shirt design. It didn't look right. But then where I got the inspiration from the sweater, and which niggas got their inspiration from me afterwards, because I promise you, niggas was not dropping crop sweaters until after I did that shit. But I got my inspiration, I'm gonna keep it G-real. I got my inspiration from Raph Simmons. Raph Simmons had like a kind of like a croppish sweater, and I kind of got my inspiration from there. And then, yeah, I kind of had that design in the archive for a minute, and just having to just throw it on there, just because I was getting a sample of sweaters made, and it was just really for like at first I had it as a bullshit design, like it was just to get a sample sweater made to feel the quality.
Yeah.
And as I like got the samples made and I was showing them off, niggas was like, that shit's hard. I'm like, really? Like, this shit took me like 10 minutes. I thought it was some, like, niggas it's a scribble design. I scribble this shit. Like, that shit's hard. I was like, fuck it. And then at that point, yeah, I put it on the sweater and ended up going decent for the most part.
That's real.
I love how you not answered the question.
Oh God, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, so he met
Top
her.
Top 3 accurate.
I'm just like, well, you know.
We're gonna tell a story through a story. Keep it going. Gonna relate it to me.
So you met her at the fashion show.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Do you know her before you meet him, or
No,
do you meet
this
him?
is where it gets crazy.
Okay. The mic, Twin.
So I meet her through TikTok. I'm on my TikTok live and I'm chilling, talking. She like, you stay in Atlanta? I'm like, what do you mean by that? Maybe. She was like, I'm gonna DM you. I'm like, all right.
No, I was like, we should smoke sometime. I just said that.
And I was like, I was side-eyeing and I was like, I'm gonna just DM you because.
And then we was Cheetah Sisters. Like the Cheetah.
Amigas and cheetahs.
I don't know nothing about the Cheetah Girls.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I do.
I know a little
like,
something.
Y'all know the song?
Yeah, I wasn't really deep
I mean, as a
into
boy.
it. I just
I guess.
like the Cheetah Girls, but damn, as a kid though, I'm like, damn, the one little was it like the light skinned chick? I thought she was hella bad.
I was wondering,
Yeah.
turn this shit off.
Not me. I was like,
I ain't gonna lie.
I was amazed by their looks. Like I was more.
Okay, that's real.
really
That's real.
Look,
I
we
ain't
was
lie.
finna say this nigga.
I was a capping young nigga. Like niggas used to talk about Disney Channel. I used to be like, bro, I never watched that shit, but that shit lame. I was really a capping that.
Not
young
me, nigga. Yeah, I watched Sweet Life and Zack and Cody.
Yeah, I watched
no, it was a cap.
I was a
Hannah
capper.
Montana.
Yes,
can't
I
lie.
watch Ant Form, nigga.
Yes,
was
I
a
watched
capper.
goddamn Jesse.
Hey, Jesse.
You ate with that.
Like, come on now.
Yeah.
My parents
Cause
came
I
out
was
to
like,
my
I'm thinking
daddy.
like, I used to think on those shows like, nigga, I could have been on this shit. Fuck this little Indian kid, nigga.
I really could have been.
Nigga, fuck, that could have been on Camp Rock. She's
I ain't gonna
really
lie.
good.
Oh God.
Besides Let It Shine, that's probably the best movie.
Camp Rock.
Yeah, that era.
Hey, bro, you got to give them folks their credit.
No,
Besides Let It Shine, that's the best
I
movie.
don't
of that
know,
era.
brother.
no.
We had a lot of
Something that's
classics.
out there.
Don't exclude High School Musical, brother.
I'm not fucking with High School.
Nah.
For real.
So what
I
you
ain't
gotta
like that
say?
shit for
I
real.
can't
Back
say
in High
Camp
School
Rock was the
Musical.
one.
So what you got to say?
I ain't gonna lie. Sky High. That
No, I'm
movie
talking
was
about musicals.
hard.
That's
Now,
musical.
now-
Sky High.
I was saying, I think we just talking Disney movies now.
Oh,
Disney
no,
movies.
well, Disney movies, like, yeah.
As far as musicals,
I ain't gonna lie.
I feel like
All-
Let It Shine was for the people. Like
Let It Shine.
we really gave Coco Jones her whole career. Like
That shit had us singing them songs all
man,
summer.
what? Oh yes.
Singing,
oh,
I was
yes.
rapping to
Wait,
these niggas.
wait, I ain't gonna lie,
The
wait.
snake without
What about
the
that
rattle.
that one shit? Wasn't it like some shit with like
You should
it was like
snap.
lemonade something?
Lemonade Mouth.
Yeah.
That was hard.
They had some shit.
Breakthrough.
I was say they had some
But
shit.
I ain't gonna lie.
Minute Man.
That was,
Oh, hey now.
Minute Man.
Let them cook.
but that wasn't better than Let It. That wasn't better than Let It Shine.
Fuck no. Let It Shine was like
Roxy, I'm
But we
sorry.
got to talk about how all these shows went downhill.
Nah, they-
Disney
nah, they-
early shows, snap. But the shit they make now, when they started making Dog
Oh
with a
my
Blog,
God.
that's when they lost me.
But it's just like Disney Channel. I feel like
We used to have Monstober. We don't
Oh my
have it anymore.
Oh
I
God,
feel
no.
so sad for the new. They'll never see that.
No,
Like,
you
it's
just
never
unlocked
airing.
like a
The
core
only
memory.
like, to be honest, like cartoons, like
about to
who
cry.
really been keeping it going, kind of changed up a little bit, but still, Cartoon Network, they still in their lane a little bit.
I never really fucked with Cartoon Network. It was always about adults.
Boring ass nigga.
See, you better than me. I got Adult Swim late as fuck. Like
I
as
was
a
on
kid,
Adult Swim,
as a
nigga.
kid, when I see,
Robot Chicken
when I
and
heard,
shit, yeah.
when I
Robot
heard that
Chicken.
King of the Hill theme song, I'm like, I'm bored out my fucking mind. Change the channel. All I heard was that. I heard that. I'm like, change the fucking channel.
Robot Chicken used to have me too
They don't
confused.
talk about the adventures with Billy and Mindy and shit. Flapjack,
intro
nigga.
Robot Chicken, you're a soldier.
That's
'Cause
what I'm-
I promise
Nah,
you,
yeah,
Robot
that
Chicken.
shit used to
the
scare
intro had me
me.
tweaked out. I'm in that bitch like this, like.
That shit was
Nah,
funny
when
as
the
fuck, nigga.
chicken
The Michael
fucking
Jackson
killed
shit.
them. Nah, the chicken had the scientists in the chair that time. I was like,
I'm gonna say nah, Robot Chicken. Like I used to like if I seen it, like I used to like it because the shit was funny, but the intro was just too much. So then when I seen that bitch go black and I seen that rain, I said, oh yeah, change the channel real quick. 2 minutes.
me.
Intro 2 minutes. Intro 2 minutes. Then I come back on the first segment on. I'm like, yeah, we good. I can laugh for the night. I can go to
I
bed.
ain't gonna lie.
Had no business watching that shit.
Man, what?
Damn, them young niggas will never be able to like
They don't know what Nick at Night is either.
King
Everywhere
and
we
Kale,
go.
all that.
Nigga, hey
Nigga,
Arnold, all that
fuck
shit.
that.
Hey,
Sonny with a
Arnold,
chance.
Man.
That wasn't
No,
on Nick at Night. That
No,
was Disney Channel.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wait,
I used to fuck with Corey in the White House too. I ain't
Corey in the White House.
That's
That's
So
prime.
Raven.
That's
So
prime
Raven.
Disney Channel
Oh, yeah.
TV shows.
I feel like TV was like way more black in the early 2000s, like unapologetically black. Like we got fucking so many black sitcoms and stuff.
We
It
did.
wasn't
Over the
even.
time,
we did.
feel
I
like
wouldn't
it
even
got, like,
say
less
black. It was just more like
authentically black.
Yeah.
it was more authentic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Like-
Like that's so Raven. Like they used to have real like
Family
You
matters.
know what I'm saying?
But you
It
got to
was
think
not-
about it.
wasn't like-
They don't have the same creative mindsets that these people had back then. Like you got to think about it. The shows they made had messages because you have to grow it. Like those type of shows, you have to grow with time with those. Like SpongeBob, they have timeless jokes. And then like That's So Raven, they'll teach you jokes. Like they'll have jokes, but they'll teach you lessons. Wizard of Waverly Place. You gotta think about it. Hey Arnold, they teach you lessons throughout that shit. Friends will fuck you over too.
Nah, I feel like
Tell you about life itself.
I feel like it wasn't even more of that. I feel like it's just through time. I feel like because it's always been creative even more. I feel like people even more creative than they is then. I feel like now is just with people being more creative, people open their mind to a lot more stuff, and that's what makes people nowadays more sensitive because now their minds is
wouldn't say
I think
that.
we're
open to way
running out of
more.
ideas when it comes to TV and shit like that.
Think about it though. Everybody, the world has completely shifted. You got to think about it. The world shut down for 2 years and then it shifted straight to technology. Niggas went from touching grass to touching phone and screens for 2 years. I'm being dead ass. Like,
That's real.
niggas locked up in their room. It's niggas who, like, we used to go to school with niggas, like, now, like, high school. What's up, dog? And then we went from not seeing them ever again. And then it's just, like, weird as fuck to come outside. It's normal now, but it's still kind of strange because the world was shut down for 2 fucking years. Lord knows what the fuck niggas was doing.
Yeah.
But throughout them 2 years, you got to think about it. The world has shifted so much. Niggas have had so much time to do things. In them 2 years, some niggas locked in and learned so much shit and making money now. I know one YouTuber, my friend, he went up off YouTube and moved to Thailand and ain't looked back ever since. He only come back for the holidays for his family.
Damn.
That's a dream.
Oh God, that's
You
real.
gotta think about it. Some niggas was thinking different during 2020. They like, fuck it, I'm gonna take this chance and rack up.
It just wasn't traditional no more. Like, people working at a job for fucking a year is crazy, in my opinion. These niggas talking about, I've been here for 15 years.
That's a topic talked about a lot with us.
Yeah, we literally, I think we talked about that, I think a couple episodes ago, like, this generation is the generation to easily say fuck a job and just go on about your
You
business.
gotta think about it though. We
Are all creative and have an idea, not just like people be like, to have a business, you gotta have a business mindset.
We also that generation, like we don't have that traditional mindset. We have that more so. We care about the mental health more. Think about it. Our generation, our parents' generation don't give a fuck about mental health. They be like, you get this shit together and keep it pushing. That's why you think like
They had
everybody be
cigarettes.
Their parents be like, you better get your ass up and go to school. I don't give a fuck.
We smoke real cigarettes.
I'm about to say, if you think about it, like our parents, them niggas, if you think about looking at them old movies, them niggas was like 12, chiefing cigarettes, real life stressing. Like,
My parents were honestly.
well, not everybody's parents, but you know, but you
My
gotta
mama
think
was
like
born in
at
the
that
80s.
time there was people and kids that really doing that shit. Like niggas, there was kids back there smoking and shit back then. Like that shit was just normal. Like you got, you know, kids out here that do shit, but like really back then, like you see it in movies, like they was real life doing that shit. Like high school students, even teachers smoking in the classrooms and shit. Like
Do y'all think this generation would say no to crack?
no,
Would have said no to crack?
no.
These
I feel like
niggas
they
out
done
here
jumped through the
crashing out
porch and be like, give me
already.
double.
Let's pause for a fucking second.
No,
I just thought about this shit as we
They
talked
would've
about
said,
like, generation.
Nah, really, if I was like a young nigga back then, I would be pushing that shit.
Listen here.
I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably be selling crack
You're
too.
not wrong, because Snowfall, I was like, you know what?
To the end, I was like, this
God,
mama
to the
need to
end.
get slapped.
Nah, but I feel like the only reason why people wouldn't go for crack is because, like, it's more technology. Like, it's more
Them damn
technology.
niggas. I'm saying you place the generation now
Today.
in the late 70s, 80s. Are we saying no to crack?
no. Them niggas is jumping off the porch, doubling that shit on God.
But the difference
On God.
Can't get high off
On
your
God.
supply, brother.
the difference.
They gonna jump off the
Nigga, I'll be
porch.
walking in that bitch like an Italian mob gangster.
Oh God.
I'm about to say, no, you will have some niggas. You will have some niggas that will sell that shit.
I feel you tried to advocate, but these niggas not saying no to crack.
No.
These niggas, they popping everything.
But I
in
like
I'm
how
about
you
to say,
said our
today's society, they
generation-
try any and everything without even thinking. Like, fuck no.
there. Crack one of them drugs.
They'd
where-
have seen it.
Percocet.
Shit. I mean,
But you gotta think about like before the media. Think about like how shit. You see how fast shit spreads on the media. Think about before the internet.
facts.
Niggas could tell. I could tell you one thing, and the whole city could know by tonight. By the end of tonight.
But they gonna know different versions of it.
But it doesn't matter. But it's
That's
still the same way.
Yeah, it's the same.
You got to think about how fast it was. So you got to think about it's way much more shit happening back then than we know about. But I like how you said our generation be like, fuck it. Cause it's more so like, we done seen our folks struggling shit. We don't want that.
Thank you.
And not only that, we the microwave generation, believe it or not, but we want shit done. We want that shit right now. So with that being said, we CEOs and bosses and everybody can't be no fucking CEO and boss. Some people have employee mindsets.
Shit.
But
not this
a
shit.
real CEO knows how important that employee
Exactly.
is.
I'm telling you, everybody has different mindsets. Everybody can't be no point guard. Some people got to be team players.
Everybody in this generation want to be a damn point guard. And that's a fact because
that's why your For You
know
page look
why?
like everything
It's
the
fucking
same.
social media. Shit like TikTok got motherfuckers thinking that, man, I got 300,000 fucking followers on TikTok because I posted 2 viral clips. Nigga, I'm an influencer now. Whole time ain't shit interesting about you, my nigga. You went and you copied a video that was already funny, remade it. Now you got a couple 100,000 thinking you stunned, but then those TikTok followers don't even really translate nowhere else for real for a lot of motherfuckers. They don't go to your Instagram. They damn shit don't go to y'all niggas YouTube or Twitch because fuck, y'all still be begging on there for motherfuckers to subscribe. So it's like, I feel like with this generation of social media, they got everybody thinking like, nigga, I could be independent. I could be a business. And it's like, that's cool and all. That's great mindset to have, but at the same time, we need some regular motherfuckers in this world.
True.
Like,
that's true, but like sometimes when I run into people who really don't have further goals for themselves, but just working a job till it kind of scare me a little bit because it's like you don't want more. But I had to realize like some people are content with just doing this one thing and sticking to that for this amount of time.
NPC, that shit is real, my nigga. It may sound like some technology shit, but NPCs are real. Like, this world is meant for NPCs. Everybody can't be a main character. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Like,
Everybody can't be famous. Everybody can't be rich either.
Exactly.
You gotta think about it. Too much of anything can kill anybody. Everybody can't be at the top.
Yeah.
That's why it's classes.
Fame is not what fame used to be. Fame used to be like not just being crazy talented at something and having your overnight sensation.
It was respect.
It was respect. It was like them people that have been working at this shit for so long, for so many years before they fucking went up, for so many years before people recognize them and they have a real gift that they can keep creating over and over again. Not one-hit wonders that pop up one day with one fucking talent, one fucking 30-second clip, and that's it.
But that's what I mean by microwave generation. You got to think about times change every time. Times change all the time. So think about it. People back then was making 5-minute songs. Our folks over here jamming. But then times change. You got people like Mariah Carey. This bitch on throwing every November. And that's a 30-year song. I'm talking about she getting them royalties. No nigga can do that in this generation today because we got 1 minute and 30-second songs.
Exactly.
Bitch, that's the interlude.
30 seconds.
Like,
That shit boring.
to feed on Kai, even with the fame shit, like, when you hear fame nowadays, motherfucker think like, million followers on TikTok fame. Fuck no. When I hear fame, I think of shit like Michael Jackson. That's famous. Motherfuckers was known internationally. Motherfuckers, on God, like you can go anywhere around the world. You got to think, when they also were famed, also, like I said, to piggyback what Kai said, motherfuckers go through the highs and lows of the motherfuckers who truly got there. They got to think, motherfucker, Michael Jackson went through that shit as a kid. Teenage years and all that. How you think the motherfucker end up Caucasian?
Well, we don't
Like, come on now. My boy went through the highs and the lows. Like,
nah.
But look, but he going through that though.
I identify as white.
But going through that though, it built him character and shit. And at that point, like, you know, he went through a lot. So then that's what I think of fame. Like, somebody who truly go through the ups and downs, like, who started off as a regular person, went through, probably had some good times, but then had to do some crazy fucked up shit to probably get where they at now. And then now had to change their whole life and, you know, perspective on everything to get, you know, where they at. So yeah, when I hear fame, I'm thinking on some shit like that. Like motherfuckers who's known like internationally, this, that, and the third, not somebody who got 2 million followers on TikTok and half of them followers is under the age of 16. And only from really based on 14 states in the whole 50 states. Like, so now, yeah, it's like anybody like nowadays with this generation, yeah, like, will they last though? I feel like if they was to go back in time, I feel like it would be a lot more business. Like, people would try to do it, but at the same time, I feel like nothing would get done. It'll probably be worse because everybody feel like they should be doing the business or they should be the ones like selling it or whatnot, and nobody's really buying. Because everybody's trying to be the influencer why you should buy this crack.
Not.
I ain't telling you why you should buy it. I'm going to just leave it right here. If you want it, goddamn, just hit me. But,
It's me. I always have to be that person that thinks of things on a completely different level. Y'all hee ha ha about this crack shit, and I'm sitting here like, crack was put in the black community by the fucking government. Let's talk about that. If we're going to talk about crack or anything, we just need to talk about addiction and how that was introduced to the fucking black community, period.
yeah.
We're fucking disenfranchised. We fucking don't have job opportunities. Everybody lives in poverty. You ever hear about projects? Nigga, that is government made.
Yeah.
Niggas put us in a fucking low income fucking area.
You know, projects actually started in Germany during the Holocaust.
At the same time,
look at the structure.
you can say that. Like, I agree with you, but at the same time, when I be thinking of shit like that, I think of really the bigger picture. Like, yes, the government, but at the same time, it's the people as well.
But I'm saying, I feel like it is the people, but it's what the people have been taught. So
It's what they're taught, but at the same time, you your own person. So at the same time, it's like you can go with the government say, but that's why you also have people who go against anti-government shit. Because it's like at the same time, yeah, you right with the they sit here and gave these black folks crack, made poverty and all that. But at the same time, it was also up to those black people to be like, man, we can stop this or we can come up with a change. Like
but the government takes it deeper than that. That's like, I feel like people look at the Hunger Games and shit and they're like, oh, the government was so strict. They're like, that's how it is here. Yeah. You try to, you don't want to sell crack. You want to go to fucking college. Now you can't afford to go to college. You don't get your fucking student loans.
Slavery still exists.
That's what I'm saying. Slavery is literally, the government is an extension of slavery. It's also that black people will never be in the same rooms as white people. And not because we cannot or we never will because we can't do it on our own account. It's because literally they know that if we had the opportunities that they had, what you mean we had one black president?
Girl, think about this shit though. They've been doing this since slavery. They said, what if the Negro finds out?
So knowledge is power.
Exactly.
So nobody has this knowledge. So then, everybody thinks the best thing I could do is sell crack. The way I'm gonna make it
if you don't
selling crack.
But
if
you gotta check
no
this out
better
though. You gotta check this out though. Like you said, projects and ghettos and stuff like that.
Okay.
If I'm put in this position to where I literally, my mama don't know what we're gonna eat tonight. You know what I'm saying? Lights get turned off, gas get turned off.
And you seeing crazy shit.
We don't know
day.
what's gonna happen. We coming out of the era of Black Power. You got the Panthers coming out. We just seen literally the assassination of a revolutionary group. Yeah. When you get that as a black boy in the 80s, there's no hope.
Yeah.
who do you look up to? All your leaders are dead. You know what I'm saying? So,
or you constantly seeing them get shut down because the government has been stronger and more united than the black community for literally centuries.
Because they have been fearing us for the longest. Do you know how long they've been putting away our history?
Oh
nigga?
no, they feared it. They fear the hell out of black people because they truly know if they was to.
No, they don't fear black people. It's not just black people. They fear the lower class.
No, think about it.
I think it is.
Think about how the black people.
It's black people.
Black people always are this broke stereotype, but we are the most accepting race there is. We accept every culture, and you got to think about it. Why you think Chinese stores or Chinese beauty supply stores and all that shit in the hood? Because we the most supporters. No, they said because we bring in the most money.
I would say if you think about it, if you think about slavery, you got to think black people was doing all the jobs. But they kept them little-minded, so they wouldn't know too much.
You get how important it is.
You get a black person who not do a job and smart in the head, they have so much to fear.
Exactly.
Why do you think it's shit like that, like the law? Think about the bar. They raise that shit higher and higher once they see black people have the ability to think just like any other fucking race can because we bleed the same blood.
I'm telling you.
Is the problem that the bar is getting higher and higher, or the problem?
The bar
I feel like
is it? I know, but you using it as like an analogy, like with anything.
No, I'm talking about like the literal bar
exam.
The literal
bar exam?
Yes, like they raise that shit higher and higher once they see like when black people, they do it on purpose.
The bar exam.
If you peep, there's more black people nowadays who are getting way more financially wealthy. I let you tell it now. I bet you right now. Let me tell you this. I feel like this is real as fuck. With more black people getting wealthy, that's why shit's increasing.
But I think the problem lies in us thinking that we're just now getting to that. It's always been here. We're literally on the street with millionaires. But
no, I'm talking about like black people are actually accessing it though, like actually making this money now.
It's been happening.
But the thing about black people, even in this generation and day and age, reaching this type of wealth is that we're reaching this type of wealth, whereas there are white people out there whose families have been passing them millions of dollars down for generation.
Real.
They start at where niggas are getting to at fucking 35 after fucking having a business for fucking 12 years and taking home $20K a year, which ain't shit.
And that's why
ain't shit.
Why they inflate shit.
Exactly. They're inflating shit, but that's still the point. Niggas will work their whole life to make a fucking $100,000 a year. Where this white boy got a motherfucking $600,000 deposit put in his bank account when he go to college. That's the type of people I grew up around in Iowa. You get your permit at 14, these niggas pulling up to school in Mercedes, Benz, Beamers, Jeeps, motherfucking Broncos, Durangos, all that shit, doorless motherfuckers. They ain't never experienced what it's like to have to build up to that shit because that is
Yeah,
their
they don't have to.
standard. The
But
standard is wealth. The standard
people
is
before
everything.
them has built that.
Exactly,
So that-
because
so that-
because
we
they
don't
put
have
it they put
We
it in
didn't have
place
trust and
that
wheels.
they put it in place that if I put it in place for my grandson and my grandson's grandson, I know that he's going to be the CFO of my company that I've been working on for 15 years. Whereas a black person will hope to have a business where they have 10 fucking employees, let alone a corporation. So yes, it's still happening, but on our scale, it's so much smaller because they disenfranchise us from the very beginning. Like that's why I'm talking about fucking crack or addiction in the African American community. Yes, you're gonna fall to addiction when you look around and you see
That's all you
the
see.
strongholds of your community getting fucking shot down or fucking they houses burned down in the middle of the night and whole black cities fucking going underwater and shit.
But you gotta think about it too. The government is so deeply planted in this shit. A nigga killed fucking Malcolm X the same way a nigga snitched on a slave.
Man,
It be your own people.
Man, let my daddy tell it, because my dad is an Israelite. They literally take what happened to black people literally back to fucking Africa. It was a black person that sold it was a one African tribe that sold out another African tribe to these white people. They came on boats. They like, hey, I want some of y'all niggas.
We understand that because
They'll even send us to
but,
go-
about to say-
but slavery has never reached the magnitude that it did in America.
Think about it though.
We
It's
were slaves
still
of
here to
war,
this
not
day.
slaves just by birth. It only happens in America where you're a slave by birth. In Africa, of course, you got many nations. Of course, if they go to war, you enslave the people that you just defeated. That's
Exactly.
war, but you don't enslave their children. It never hit that magnitude.
They sold a generation of people off, and that literally it's slavery in every single aspect of our life, and I wish that it wasn't like that. But that's and it don't have to be this big
Think about
negative.
it.
It don't have to be this big negative dark thing, anything like that. But once again, what she started shit with. HBCUs are kind of messy and unorganized, but PWIs are super organized and stuff like that.
It all start from
Why
there.
the fuck did I go to Alabama State University where Martin Luther King was writing his fucking I had a dream dissertation in the basement, and the dorm I'm staying in hasn't been renovated since 1960.
You're not proud of that, huh?
Am I proud that the dorm has been sitting there since 1960?
No, I'm saying
and
you're not
there's-
proud like that. Martin Luther King was writing his.
I'm proud, but
President,
I think that Martin Luther King would have wanted for the place that he was in to have been taken
Kept
care
up,
of
yeah.
and kept up and built with the foundation of what his dream was. Just the same way a white person can go have a dream for their fucking grandson to put $100,000 up in his will or whatever the fuck in his what they get when people die. You know what I'm talking about.
Wills and trust, yeah.
We should have foundations like that. Our stuff should not be, oh, that's unorganized. That's kind of ghetto. That's kind of messy. Like, that's a historical landmark.
I'm not gonna lie though.
Where is the funding? Where is the respect for the space?
I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of hard because at this point, it's no longer a physical thing. Like, you can't it's not a physical battle. It's really mental. And then when you start fighting this battle, it's not against the government or the white man. It's gonna be against yourself.
Well, we've been programmed to know.
yes.
Yeah, but you can't fight this. It's not a battle against somebody else. You have to fix what's in the black community first because
But you have to think about it though. We are so far fucking behind. Niggas will never sit here and compromise. You couldn't even get 5 niggas to sit at a round table who beefing to shut the fuck up and just amend to like sit down for $1 million project. It could be 5 white men ready to cut each other head off and sit in the room and be like, all right, let's get this money. But afterwards, I want your motherfucking head. Niggas can't even do that because they always been plotted against each other. Y'all gotta think about that. We always been put against each other. You know how far ahead we would be if we think about a black community, how much voice we have alone, how much influence we have alone. If black people all voted one time, like if all black people voted one time, we could literally impeach whoever we wanted. We could put whoever we want in office because we have that much influence and that much power. Why the fuck do you think every race fears us?
But we're so divided.
I feel like
We're so divided.
We're so powerful divided that everybody in the world want to be us.
in regards to voting, the government definitely fucks with the voting. That they make it seem like
Yes,
they
they
give you all
monitor
the power to
everything.
do this. But as soon as you put that vote in, they didn't already.
Why do you think look at how y'all was like, damn, I'll be selling crack. I'll be flipping that shit. We romanticize making illegal money because when you make legal money, niggas come to cut your shit down. Like,
I was
for
only thinking
real.
about it because it was asked.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I was.
It was that.
I mean,
Think about selling crack back then.
I was like, but if it came to it, though.
I mean, you know, if
It's
it came
definitely
down to
romanticized
it.
though. It's definitely romanticized.
It's romanticized. Like I'm watching Snowfall and I'm like, shit, maybe Franklin's kind of that nigga.
That's what I say. Like,
Nah, I
maybe
ain't gonna lie. Franklin went through hell.
I'm gonna put in the hood. They like, oh, crack, you say.
But how much can you blame somebody who don't know no better, and that don't see no better?
But that's the problem. Knowledge is power. You take knowledge from people, they're only going to do what they know. You don't let black people read. They used to not let slaves learn how to read.
The slaves were still reading because they weren't slaves. They were humans.
They were still reading, but look at the price just to know how to read this shit. Say insignia right here, like that should be a human right to be able to look at things and be able to communicate with others.
It should be, and
So you set us back generations because
That's
y'all
the
learning
way-
how to read and going to college and shit, and niggas talk about I ate an apple.
Well, isn't
I
necessarily
learned a sentence today.
not know
but
how
why
to
do we
read.
need
The
to?
whole time them niggas on synthesis.
Like,
I be thinking like shit like where you thinking like where it's just like black people as a whole coming here as like African Americans. Like I feel like they knew how to read. It's just we weren't reading or they weren't reading. Yeah, they weren't reading these folks' language because you got to think even before these white folks got here. They were still native people that was here before them speaking their own language. So it was, I don't feel like necessarily that.
the communication barrier.
I would say, yeah, I don't think it was necessarily that it was niggas didn't know how to read. They just didn't understand
Their
each
language,
other's
yeah.
languages. Like if somebody come up to you speaking Spanish, people who don't know Spanish gonna be like, what the hell is you talking about?
Yeah.
But it's like with all that, it's just at the same time, it's like with them being brung over here and shit, I don't know. I feel like that just really ruined like that started like I feel like African American is really like a made culture.
Racist
Yeah.
man-made.
That's
So
a
hell
made
yeah.
culture, like because if you think about it, it says it in the term African American. Because originally your ancestors was in Africa.
But we don't know that
Well, why don't you know that?
because we understand that Africans had contact with the Native Americans here, so we don't know
Because
if
the natives were here
we
first too.
I mean, that's what I mean. Like that's what I mean. Like our history is so far.
It's so
gone,
hidden.
like it's so deep.
But
that
think about it
you can
though.
put your
They,
shit in
they
short
hide
from
our
African
history though.
American.
They hide it on purpose.
'Cause
And do you know how
knowledge is
much
power.
You know how much a book of real authentic Black American history is? Well, like Black history is. That shit is over 2 bands on Amazon, and the link is no longer available. These niggas are burying this shit for a reason.
Yeah.
Do you know how powerful we are?
I went to a white
But
school.
we're not powerful right now. Bro.
No, we
No,
are
we are
powerful.
powerful.
No.
Not if we don't know.
We're
nothing.
we're
Yes,
powerful. That's
we
that's
do.
how
What do you
powerful
think
we
we
are
here
without
for?
knowing shit. We still run shit. That's how fucking
But what do
powerful
we run?
are.
Nigga, everything.
Like what?
I'm gonna say, if you
Nigga,
think
the
about-
music industry is literally
music, lifestyle.
we run the music industry.
What?
Well,
nigga,
well,
nigga,
nigga,
rock,
nah,
you,
nah,
nigga,
I
rock,
can't
Rock
agree
and
with that.
roll
Listen,
and country is derived
let me
from
tell
black
y'all. Let me
music.
tell y'all.
Every
We don't
genre
run that.
of music
Listen,
has
no,
been created
listen,
by
we don't
a
run
black
that.
What you
person.
thinking?
I agree with that 100%.
But no,
But
look,
we don't
listen.
run that. We're not the ones profiting off that business.
No, listen,
run
listen,
that.
that's where y'all thinking differently. So look, that's what I was gonna say.
I need to take a
So this is where y'all thinking differently. So if you're just speaking like culture wise and like influence and all that other stuff, black people run it.
Yeah,
but now if you
the
talking about who
business-
But they
really
not profiting
no, but no,
off
look,
it.
who's
Business-wise?
profiting? But no, who's profiting it is the Jewish.
Wait.
Jewish.
bring it in the profit.
No, for real, dead ass. No, look up who owns nigga. Look up who owns this world. White Jewish people own everything.
And why do you think Kanye be out here trying to out
Why do
these
you,
niggas
why
till
do you
this
think
day?
Hitler? Why do you think Hitler went as far as genocide?
I understand. I see what you're saying. You're saying, okay, black people run the world.
We got into Jews. It was
we run the
something else.
most.
we have the-
Let's dial it back like
We
3
have the
subjects.
influence. They want to be us 100%. I agree. But we do not profit off of that business like we're supposed
Yeah,
to.
bro.
You know how many rappers and
Because these
creatives
niggas don't
get
have their
ripped off?
masters.
Because
Because
slavery still exists.
The white people, the Jewish white people own all this money. Look it up. There's
But
two-
we don't have to keep going into this music. That's what I'm saying. We
that's
don't
the
run
thing.
shit.
But look, no, that's the thing. There's 2 companies. If you look it up, there's 2 companies in this world that literally fund everything. Like everything in this world, there's 2 companies that are owned by Jewish companies. They're Jewish companies, their families that have been passed down generations. Like generations. They literally have basically the government's money. They is the government.
Understood.
And that's why the shit is what it is.
And it's
'cause
still
really-
slavery is what I'm saying. Slavery still exists. It's nothing but like them rusted chains and them shackles ain't nothing but diamond chains and the motherfucking contract and a pen.
Yeah.
Them niggas signing their lives away for 20 bands for 10 years.
What's the first
and
way
why
to
you
become
think
a slave?
everybody, nigga, we already
I'm
here.
saying, what's the
Contract.
first way to become a slave?
sign a contract.
Choke a
That-
chain. Right there. That's your slave. Those are shackles right
and
there.
half of these rappers in this music industry.
Exactly.
How was we?
Because they getting fucked over. None of that money is theirs, nigga. That's literally you make that shit back. That's a
Let me tell
loan.
you about the rap game. I can tell you about that, bro.
Let them cook.
So with the rap game, what they do with the money, so with all it is with the rap game, so boom, when you see a rapper get signed a deal, basically what that deal is, it is not their money. None of that, they will never
an
have
advance.
that money.
Yes,
It is a huge in advance, and basically is an advance plus interest.
Yep.
So with that, they give you, let's say your deal $2 million, right? They give you $2 million.
Yeah.
Now with this $2 million, it's supposed to give you that rapper lifestyle to live.
It's supposed to make the album that you guarantee.
You're basically supposed to make that money back. So with that $2 million, you're supposed to basically, that's where they want you to buy the chains, basically live the lifestyle, make the music, get the recording session. All that comes back in the revenue. So you're supposed to use that $2 million and make it basically $4 million with your music.
Yeah.
But what they do is instead go buy chains, cars, flashy cars, do all this
Get
other
their mama
shit.
house.
But see,
That's why he's saying we don't run that.
Yeah.
In that aspect, but culturally and everything we bring to what everybody's taking away from us.
We running it financially though, like I'm saying, like we putting money in these niggas' pockets. Is what I'm saying. Like they upping us, but like that's what I'm saying. We run shit. But look how much power we hold because they aim and target us. Think about how they run the world with celebrities and shit. You got to think about industry plants as well. They got to think about you. You got to understand how much information
power that we
take
don't
in.
utilize.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We receive so much information a day. So one thing could be talked about today and be forgotten about tomorrow. Think about that submarine shit.
But you gotta think about there's only like white people on that boat, so we're
exactly. But still, think about how much shit has happened.
Think about how many black niggas died on the boat.
To go see something that's sunk.
But see how much information we attract every day, like big crises like that, and we just forget.
I give it probably like another 2 weeks, bro. They gonna try to cover up this whole what's that Epstein Island shit?
Yeah.
With the aliens and shit?
That shit.
With all the celebrities on that island and shit.
Oh, that shit.
I promise you, because
Like a
I promise you,
list and shit.
the wrong name gonna fucking get out.
Get me started.
And then I guarantee you, they gonna try their best to cover that shit. They gonna bring you some bullshit ass story. It's gonna have everybody goddamn hook on it, like, oh, it's gonna be a fucking meteor that's gonna crash in 2 fucking months. And it's gonna have everybody forget about what the hell was going on truly in that island and have everybody fucked up.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
Like everything in this world, like I'm gonna say, the government can control anything. Like
It's not about money. It's not even about influence. It's about knowledge. If I know more than all of y'all about a way to make money and attain money, and I gatekeep it, I'm gonna make money and I'm gonna watch y'all struggle and try to figure it out.
see, what I'm gonna say,
So it's knowledge.
Yeah, but
what they want black people to know, they want certain black people. You can have knowledge. They're like, okay, you can have the knowledge, cool, but don't go sharing that shit. Because as soon as you get to sharing that shit, like, okay, there's like one black person knowing, cool. Fuck, it's just one. It's just two.
but three,
goddamn 3, 4.
we got a problem.
3, 4, 5. That's a fucking problem. We gotta take them out. Everybody can't know this shit.
But that also helps divide people if they don't know nothing.
Okay, so now we talking about something, right? Now, often there's like a race, like, for example, education, school. When they come to school, we talk about Florida and how they're trying to take Black history out the books and shit. If we looking at the history of this nation and the education system of this nation, is not meant to empower anybody. Unless private schools.
It's meant to
public
empower
schools.
white people.
No. Not even public schools. Not even public schools. It's not meant to empower
It's only
anybody.
private.
So then why would
It's
you
meant to
hide Black
empower
history?
the ones with money.
Okay, it disenfranchised us even more. But it's not meant to empower anybody. They send all the private school kids.
Yeah.
That's the kids that's getting the real education.
If you don't got
They're
money,
not getting real
you're
Black
not learning.
education.
But this is the thing.
They're learning everything
But
else.
in
But they're
order
still
to
learning
keep
more.
But in order to keep Black people down, how do you do that? You don't teach them about themselves and what they can aspire to be.
Exactly.
But can you get mad at this system for doing that when we understand their goal and objective?
What is going on?
Can you get answer the question though?
Yes, you can get mad because
Why?
their goal and objective is negative. The goal and objective
But
is
it's
that we don't grow.
theirs, and they're executing it.
Because they're more powerful, because they put us in that position for so long that they can do that.
And how are they more powerful?
Because they know more, because they've done more, because they literally told us from the very beginning, y'all are 3/5 of a person. We are whole people.
But fuck that. I know I'm a human. You
would
could
say yes.
sit here and tell me. You could sit here and say.
I'm gonna say it's up to that
You're
person to
three-fifths of a
keep
person.
that
You're
mindset.
What the
human,
fuck
but what
I am.
happens when your human rights are taken away from you?
But that only buys into when we try to go into their society. When we integrate into their society, that's when whatever they have to say about us matters.
It should be our society. It's their society.
So
because
build
they've
it.
been put
They-
in places of power.
But think
from the
about it.
They
beginning.
put
Community
themselves
so
in them
fucked
places
up,
of power.
nigga. Everybody. We can't even get a community in this fucking state. You couldn't even get a community in this goddamn college campus because somebody got beef with somebody.
But at the
somebody
same
get
time,
somebody.
I hear that, but at the same time, you can't really blame the white people for that. For certain, like you gotta think.
too.
That's my point.
Like
We understand their objectives.
people have their own ignorance. Like even white people have their own ignorance. Black people have their own ignorance. Like Twin said, you can't really grab a community of black people together only because just due to ignorance. Like you can preach to them all day, like because everybody done heard Martin Luther King's speech, this, that, and the third. But yet niggas is still being ignorant.
I don't like how we treat Martin Luther King today.
Bro, because
What do you mean
nobody
by that?
look.
Nobody treats them. Nobody treats Black history serious no more. Like,
Anytime you bring up his legacy, is he cheated with a white woman?
Oh,
Literally, and like our parents. when
wait,
they
for real?
found
He
out
cheated on a
that
white
they
woman?
died-
I don't play that.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's
Like
what I heard.
that's what happened.
see,
I mean,
don't
but they
I don't know
also-
nothing other than he had a dream.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, our parents, like, they took their shit serious. Like,
And that's my problem too. Like, why do
I
you
just
only know
know the
that?
dream. I just know the dream in the speech, and then I just know he was just a well-intelligent black man, and he was trying to like inform people, like what the real world
How
was.
y'all heard he died though?
I heard he got killed. Like they killed him.
He was shot in the head, but he was also stabbed in the hospital.
He was suffocated.
my brother.
Suffocated
in
and
Christ,
stabbed.
with a pillow. While, white nurse.
They
So y'all
spit on
got
him,
everybody
my
for
bad.
years thinking that this nigga got shot and that he was fucking a white woman.
Uh-huh.
But this nigga got suffocated and
By
who
a
knows
white
who
woman.
the fuck he was fucking.
No, it wasn't by no white woman.
It was by a white woman because he was in a white hospital, my
Yeah,
brother.
officials. It was government.
Yeah, fuck the
police.
officials,
The
nigga.
police went in there and suffocated him.
Child,
told her to
anyway,
get
so
out.
that's not the point. They were still pigs and they was white.
They was. I agree.
They was
100%.
oinking.
But yeah, like you said, we can't blame the white people, but like at the same time, that was their whole objective, to have us like this.
And they
Not blaming
and
the
they
white-
executed. Like at that point, we
Perfectly.
have to look at ourselves. Like, damn, we let these niggas run
You
games.
trying to sit here and make a
I'm about to say,
community?
yeah, but
I feel like to
I'm
say
about to say though, black people could have looked at that shit like, damn, this nigga was really preaching.
They did. His whole generation. He had them kids on lock.
but
You can't tell
I think it ended up going away though.
because
It
of
didn't-
us.
Hey, that's what I'm saying though. But at the same time, it's like, how can you blame the white people though?
You can't.
Y'all are saying, how can you blame the white people when the fact that we have been set back like this is not because we suck as a people and we just can't get it together, we just can't unite, and we just can't do it.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's gonna be very difficult because think about how everybody mindset is.
Think
People
about
choose to
starting
be
in a
ignorant.
race
No,
and
no.
the nigga in front of you is 600 paces ahead your whole life.
But you don't look at the nigga in front of you when you running this
Facts.
race.
You look at where you-
Because at
know
this
where
point,
you
if
at,
you
yeah.
if you see he all the way up there, your mindset should just be
Like,
fuck
fuck
it. Let me just finish.
Exactly.
Look at your
Shit,
feet.
not a race,
Look at the
shit, a
ground when you
marathon.
running. Look at the ground when you're running. But the more you look at him, the more you're gonna burn out by trying to go fast or trying to go slow or trying to take shortcuts and do all this and that because you worried about where the next man is.
No, the point is that
The point is that
you could run as hard as you want, but if you had somebody that had a head start, you never gonna win the race.
No,
Fuck
That's-
them.
nah,
that's
We
like,
not worried-
that's almost like the rabbit and the turtle
That
race.
it
no.
is.
That is like the
I
rabbit.
disagree with
The
that
rabbit.
because somebody could be further ahead for you for years, but that don't mean you can't get the mindset or the change to catch up or even get close enough to where they're at.
But at that point when he's
It's
so
just
far
all
ahead,
adaptive.
it shouldn't be about catching up.
Yeah.
Because now I'm setting you as the standard to be where I'm trying to be at.
No, it's
At the
it's
end
not
of the
about
day, it
catching
starts
up.
with
It's-
you though. It starts
Starts with you.
But
It
it's the
starts.
thing. It also starts with equality. That's what I'm saying. We talking about starting a race
late
with
for
somebody that started ahead of you just because of what they
If
look
that's the
like.
case, you should want to
Baby,
get
that's
more
why
ahead.
we are where we are. Because we worry about equality. We're not equal as them. In my opinion, I'm superior. I don't want to be as equal as a white man. They aren't the standard. And that's what we fuck
They're
up
not
at.
the standard, but the standard of living is higher
what we
for them
saying.
because they've literally disenfranchised black people.
Because this is their society. They built this. That it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like that. But the more you
Their
worry about
society
it,
is supposed to trump over somebody else's society.
yes.
That's what they want.
That's
they
what
got
they
the
did.
objective.
I'm about to say when they came over here, that's what the whole thing with the natives. They came over here and took their shit.
But
Yeah,
that's not-
they try to-
It's not right.
but it's not
right.
supposed to be.
Not
That's
right.
what
That's what you. I
But
think that's where
what's
you
what
might be
happened,
looking at
though.
it different. You
But
think
we not
you're thinking morally. Like morally, it's not
morally,
right.
like, but you gotta think realistically.
Fuck all that. They saying,
when they
throwing
came
that shit
over
out the
here,
window.
because we gotta see in history, they be like, oh, this was an open land, and they just decided to build, whatever just started. No,
But you
them
gotta
niggas,
think about
same
it,
way they
though.
went over there and grabbed them Africans. They was like, we're gonna take these Africans, build this colony, and we're gonna start our own shit. And that's why this shit
On the
is
backs
way
of somebody else.
Yes, and that's what the fuck America is.
Yeah.
That's how
A closet full of skeletons.
So we need to build off the backs of somebody for.
No, not
You
necessarily.
don't have to do that.
No.
We gonna go. We gonna
Like
go.
you just said, we are the most accepting race. We are the most genuine race there is.
And we can build a whole new community.
But you gotta give ups. You gotta give ups. Because you look at economies like Tulsa, Oklahoma, Redwood, Florida, places in North Carolina who has sweet Auburn, Georgia. A lot of people don't know the history of the street. And that pisses me off that I walk past black people and they don't know nothing about the history of Auburn. And then you get mad at Martin Luther King. He led people astray. He led people into a burning house. He didn't have to preach shit he was preaching. He grew up around millionaires. When he walked to the store, it was a black man at that counter. You feel what I'm saying? We got the Masons down the street. We got all these people of certain power in this one community. And that's what you want to build. First, you got to build community. That's when you get unity from. Once you get unity, you are able to attack your oppressor.
That
You
part.
can't do that if you broken up so disenfranchised. And most of the blame is that we don't teach our children, or nobody teach us what it is that we need to know.
Because nobody's holding on to it and passing it down.
You
So
allow
it's
that.
up to us to go
It
back
starts
and
with
dig for that
yourself.
shit.
You allow them
That's
to
what I'm
go
saying.
public
Like
school.
what she said, knowledge is power as well.
And you think public school is supposed to teach me about me. They know everything about me, but why would they teach me about me if they want me to go work for them?
Because think about
That
it.
make no sense.
When you are born in America, you are immediately a business. Your social security number is a business. You are a walking business,
It's a
nigga.
corporation.
When you
Atlanta is a
listen,
corporation.
yes. When you listen to Money Man, I'm a walking business, nigga. I should be this.
LLC.
Yes. You are a walking business.
I'm a
So you get out
businessman,
here.
not a business man. But you gotta look at it. Are you gonna be a businessman?
Or are you gonna be a businessman?
I would say you gotta think in this society in America, there's only three things. Yeah, you're gonna either be a businessman, or nothing. So you got people who either, like you say, you got people who gonna work, people who gonna own them businesses, or
And like I said, everybody can't be no CEO, and everybody can't be no boss, and everybody gotta be an employee. And like I said, it ain't gonna be no middle class eventually because it's already a gap spreading. The world shut down for 2 years.
I don't think there's no such thing as
Let me finish. The gap between the broke and the rich is doing nothing but spreading slowly and slowly.
People that's living off of
Think about inflation right now.
a month versus somebody living off of $6,000.
Y'all living this college lifestyle right now, but me, baby, you have to make 3 times more than the rent. That is unrealistic if you working a 9 to 5 out here right now.
A $1,500 apartment means that you need to be making essentially like $5,500 a month, right? My job pays me $26 an hour. I make less than $4,000 a month. I can't even afford a $1,500 apartment, and that is some of the low you gonna get out here.
In Atlanta, yeah.
And this motherfucker here. That's the low. And you be lucky if you got a washer dryer, nigga. If you got a motherfucking covered parking garage, nigga.
And I think that we understand that. That's why we so hard. That's why we got this shit. We the almost dropouts, but we know it's a thin line between
It's a
dropping
thin
out.
line between this and being out here. Come on.
Hey,
We was looking at that shit. I was looking at that shit today. They charging $1,200 per person.
I used to live right there.
my brother in Christ, are you serious?
$1,200
The way I
per
be out there with
person.
my tent. Excuse me, brother.
In 2020, when I heard each room at the mix was $1,000.
Oh, it's more than that now.
Now,
Yeah, yeah.
For that shoebox in the bathroom.
you get one room that is this size, one bathroom, and you can't go in the living room without seeing another nigga.
Oh,
That
No
hurts.
peace of mind.
That hurts real bad. That hurts real bad. But think about how much you really have to be bringing in to eat and live comfortably.
But at the
Pay
same
all your
time,
own
with
bills.
that, you can blame prices, but at the same time, you can't because it ain't nothing but motherfuckers steady moving out here and shit.
But inflation has always been like an economic.
It's been an inflation, but it's at the same time we gotta think where places where it's more popular and shit, and people who are more out. It's way more out of towners and outsiders now in Atlanta than it has ever been.
Not just Atlanta, it's everywhere.
Well,
You gotta think about it.
you know, everywhere. But like, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm talking about Texas, Atlanta.
Well, really, it's just these. It's just these
The
party
hub.
states.
50 Cent,
I
what
call
y'all
it.
say?
I call it party states because, like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, if you want to keep it G real, like when I went back home, they
What's home? Nebraska or Kentucky?
Nebraska.
Okay.
So yeah, when I went back home, like it's just this shit not the same. Like the shit not as high. The shit not as expensive. Like you can go get a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom for probably like $900.
Okay, see the same way, and that shit be spacious. You talking about
Like-
1,500 square feet, 1,200 square feet.
Fat cribs for cheap. Like
The
it's,
city view.
I ain't gonna lie, I got a problem with paying rent. I feel like I'd rather go take a loan out and
see, no,
But see, you thinking about that's smart.
that's
though.
smart. No, that's
Because you
really
think
smart
about
thinking.
prices right now, because that shit ain't gonna go like the house market. This
It
shit
ain't
ain't gonna do
never
nothing but
going
gonna get worse and worse. So instead of leasing the 3,500 2-bedroom, 2-bath, go get you a house in Stockbridge or something, nigga.
even
Go
if
out-
you
go
paying the
outside.
same amount though, this is the thing between written. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that
But
does
that's
play a
smart
part.
though, because you gotta think
Fucking
about it.
co-signer.
You ask a nigga
I
like,
wouldn't co-sign it though.
would you have
mortgage loan?
80? Like, would you have $800,000 or would you have $800? Like, would you have 800 credit score?
800 credit score.
You're a very smart
but
man.
if you understand credit, you know that
You can get damn near anything.
Anything.
when you got
That's
this
what
credit.
white people are also going off of instead of these
Credit
wheelchairs
is free money. It's like unlimited money. If
I know.
you get to a certain point.
But then,
cash is a liability. It's not an asset. It loses,
I mean-
it loses value.
but it is the most liquid asset. It's the most liquid asset in the business.
But at the same time,
it just depends on how
where
you look at it and what viewpoint you look at it from.
Cash and digital money, to me, I feel like cash, where people say it loses value, but at the same time, I feel like in today's society, the way internet is fucking changing and shit, yo, your money might not be in your bank tomorrow on some real shit.
Because the bank, look, that's why you think rappers be like, I don't put my money in no damn bank, because that ain't your money.
No,
the
that's-
bank
that's
takes
just
out
being
loans.
stupid.
No, the bank takes out loans all the time. Why you think Chase can literally, you could go to the ATM, there is no money in those ATMs. That money is getting shot over from somewhere else, from the other side of the country. So this is somebody else's money being taken out of their account, being sent to you through an ATM. There is no vaults no more. All this shit is contactless. But I'll tell you one thing, money will always be relevant, because think about how much the US dollar is always being given.
Yeah.
A nigga give you $1 before he break up a 20.
But the more you give out money, the more it loses its value.
True.
That's true,
But
true.
that dollar not though.
But you ever been in the store and you about to pay
The
for some
dollar
shit
is losing value though.
and
It
you
is.
find
It is, yeah.
you find cash in your wallet and you pay for it, you be like, damn, I really ain't just spend no money because there ain't shit come out of my bank account.
I ain't gonna lie. Cash burn real fast when I got it. I don't.
In my wallet.
Yeah.
I get cash out.
I don't know about that.
I get
I don't know
cash
about that, brother.
It depends. Yeah, it depends. I ain't go. But back to the question. Well, no, I don't want to get too like specific with the 800. I'm thinking like I could really take the 800 and use 100 flat just to build my credit to 800 in general.
But with that 800 credit score and the $800,000, with the 800 credit score, I could get way more than $8,000.
Yeah.
But an
Exactly.
exactly. Score, you could literally get an unlimited.
That's what I said. When you
And
said
think
we
about
got
it.
You
good
could
credit,
swipe
it's
that
unlimited
bitch
money.
for
Why y'all think white people up too?
$1 million.
They be off that credit going crazy, nigga. All up in them gated communities, off that.
So what credit?
$2 million.
Why you think what credit is so strong? Because it shows that
It's
you
trust.
can take money and you gonna give it back. And that's what makes this world run. So niggas is like, damn, if I can give him this much money and he can give it back plus a little bit of something, you can spend as much money as you want.
Literally, credit is just trust.
Yeah.
But then that's where a lot of people fuck up at. Like a lot of black people get where they was taught like credit cards just like this extra little sum of money or like, you know, this money.
Yeah. That's
Financial
a lot of niggas in debt
literacy.
now.
Right here.
Financial literacy.
Let 'em
That's
cook.
the
right
word.
here.
Cook brother.
You don't pay this money back. Now what's next?
Exactly.
Go to jail.
Hello.
We all know
They
jail.
start garnishing your wages.
They are private businesses that allow slavery, so where they gonna make that
Hello.
money back, whether you pay this bitch back or whether you work it off.
You gonna pay it back by doing that time. That's what I'm telling you. They saying since you don't want to pay this money back, we gonna take the most crucial thing that we could take from you, your fucking life.
And think about it. Them folks in jail right now, them folks so way behind, even though they having phones and shit. Just imagine like niggas like Big Meech. They get out of jail, they gonna be seeing all this shit like, wait, what the fuck?
Fried.
I'm talking about fuck fried, like,
Ain't that nigga supposed to be getting out soon?
yes.
26.
So you got like another like
2 years.
I'm gonna go work.
They gonna
Wait,
be
damn,
coming
how long you been
outside.
locked up?
shit, like 20 years.
Yeah.
Locked up for a minute.
Damn.
You got like, what, early 2000?
Something like that.
Shit.
But yeah, like
This not the same outside my mama was in. Her first
God.
apartment that me and her lived in, $450
My
for a
mama-
duplex. A fucking half a townhome, $450.
Cook. My mama had a 1-bedroom, 1 bath, $400, and it came with a washer and dryer.
Y'all know Sears used to sell houses?
Yes.
For $2,000, you can get a whole damn house out of Sears catalog.
That's why I say, bitches, you
Well,
serious?
I ain't gonna lie, you had to build that bitch, but you got that bitch.
But
Everything with it.
I didn't know that.
But this is what I'm saying about the inflation of the dollar, where it loses its value, literally. $2,000, when was this? Goddamn 1940?
The economy was different, though.
Hey, but look
That
though,
$2,000 is probably worth $400K now.
you damn skippy.
So, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's just the value. Okay, the numeric value is probably lower, but the value in a sense still the same. Because how the hell you gotta ask yourself this: if inflation keeps going up and the value keeps going down on the dollar, how the hell is the government still running as a business?
that's what I'm saying. That's just like you saying it's going down on the dollar, but it's like, is it really? Is it really going down though?
What, the value of the dollar?
Yeah. Like, is the really, if you think about it, is the really of the value of paper money really going down?
I like how we just refer to the government as the government. You remember democracy and shit like that?
It's no such thing.
It's no such thing. The world is a big ass oligarchy. It's a whole bunch of white men up there, rich, white, old, wrinkly niggas who sitting here buffering on camera, running shit.
But you say a democracy. Like a lot of people say, oh, I live in a
No, I'm saying like how they taught us, like America is the democracy, and other continents have oligarchies and rah rah.
And they teach us that, and then make us pledge to a republic.
Exactly.
Have y'all seen Leave the World Behind
No.
on Netflix? Yeah, I need to
Should
watch
we
it.
watch it?
Yes.
Come back.
Okay.
You need to watch it. You need to watch it. It's basically about like other countries. They did a whole. It was like a internet attack on America. So everything went out, internet, all that, and basically they was just doing everything. It was basically. It resembled everything that's going on in today, like how we're all killing ourselves from the inside. Like they don't even really have to attack America. All they got to do is cut a few things, pull a few strings, and everybody killing themselves in the inside.
Yeah, attack your mind.
Cook.
Yeah, I
You gotta
gotta go
think
watch
about it.
it.
That's the most powerful thing.
Yeah.
To go back to crack, attack the mind. Sorry.
She eating. Hey.
Addiction is an attack of the mind.
Well, yes. Think about TikTok. That's the biggest and most famous app going on today. If that shit went out, do you know how many gorillas a
People
monkey
would
would be
Biggest and most
banging?
famous drug. TikTok is
Exactly.
like fucking drug.
People
Why,
will
girl, do you
lose
know
their
how much? Do you
motherfucking
know how much
mind.
money they are making off of everybody in the world right now? If they shut that corporation down today, them folks will have that shit back up by tomorrow. Fuck that, tonight. That's when people will like. When I say like community is a real thing, like union is a real thing. If you get people that they dislike the same thing and they don't like it, that one voice is gonna get your ass to do something.
Yeah.
Same way the black community can do that.
It's easily influenced by the influencers.
Hello.
I see what you did there.
That's facts.
That is facts.
Yeah, we've been going strong.
Yeah, I was about to say y'all
You
gotta
invited the right
Don't
niggas.
ever talk about race. I was gonna tell y'all that in the elevator. Like I told her when I first met, I was like, I'm the female Dr. Umar.
And it's
Oh,
crazy.
yes.
It's crazy because we usually ask like before, what do you not want to like? What topics?
Oh, we
Yeah.
get into everything.
Yeah, we get into everything. I feel like
didn't I ask y'all that?
I asked you
shit.
what type of questions we was going to
Nigga talking about conspiracy theories.
Is there anything y'all don't want to talk about? So I know not to go that way.
So I got a question. Y'all think sirens real?
You talking about the monsters in the water and
Dang.
and
Yeah,
Haiti
I was
and
talking
shit?
about that.
I ain't gonna cap.
It ain't in
I think
Haiti.
they
It was
real.
just Haiti.
I think anything.
I think mermaids
I
are
think
real too.
I don't know nothing
shit
about
other
that.
than human life is real. Like,
I think everything is real because like well, not everything, but you know, like the government tells on themselves every fucking time. They put it in movies all the time. Nigga, he ain't just getting no fucking alien from the fucking
Right, you
sky.
just had a dream about a green nigga.
Oh, I made this up.
You
No,
had a
nigga.
dream about a green nigga with a glowing finger named
Little
E.T.
Mermaid. So a human just met a girl through this on a rock. No,
Percy Jackson nigga.
That was
A
the
lot of these stories, but a lot of these Disney
Cook.
stories that we named, a lot of these Disney stories were stolen from like native lands. Like,
native
Yeah,
lands
but it's
are real
real.
shit. They just took a little bit of crack, gave it a little bit of color, came up with a story. But all that
They
shit is
call
real.
it mythology so that people don't know what it actually fucking is.
and think about niggas
Black
in the
Panther,
Navy
these
too.
niggas literally told us all about the Aztec community. Be fucking serious.
Damn,
well, and the second one,
Cook.
Yes.
Yes.
You mean the Aztec community? What I say when you say conspiracy theories, I said the pyramids. How do y'all niggas have no technology? You're building the most biggest, grandest fucking monuments known to man. Y'all are telling time and have fucking some type of
Well, they use the sun to tell.
please. They had technology even before there was fucking technology. So it's mythology so that people don't really see how fucking powerful the people were before this. Because they knew shit that somebody was like, damn, if I don't tell
That's
niggas
so
how we built
crazy.
the pyramids,
they
if they
tell you
don't.
how they built the pyramids.
How did they build the pyramids?
Sound engineering.
Sound engineering picked up a 2-ton.
How you gonna do sound engineering on sand though?
Because you gotta realize matter. What's the first thing they teach you about matter?
That it can't be transferred.
I thought it was
or
like
destroyed.
volume and shit.
It's at vibrations. It's atoms that vibrate at a certain velocity. Where a solid has a lot of atoms, but it's tightly packed. It's not to say it's not moving.
Oh, and like water has like moving atoms and air
Yeah.
has like moving.
So if you could manipulate these atoms, you could goddamn do anything. There's multiple ways they try to explain, like, how to
Vibrations?
do it. Yeah, vibration frequencies.
Frequencies turned sand into 2-ton blocks and made the pyramids. Y'all are lying.
Well, like I said, all movies do a great giveaway. Like, last you had mentioned Aztec culture. Atlantis.
Let's just say that and think about it. How the fuck
All that
Egyptian
shit.
folks making all them damn jewelry and shit?
Who?
Them Egyptian folks all them damn jewelry. Man, nigga got some crazy crowns and shit. How the fuck they was making that?
In the work with them hands.
It's very prominent in Africa.
I mean,
But you
yeah,
have to really
but
think about
what
it.
was they doing to make the shit?
Them hands going crazy.
Ain't no way they got them bare hands. Like, yeah, I'm smelting this shit bare hands.
Hey,
I'm putting this together bare hands.
That's where what they teach you comes into play, and then common sense.
But who the hell taught them how to make shit out of gold? Who taught them how to smelt that
That's
shit?
damn near common sense. Like, of course, these niggas had to have some
Them niggas
type
had to
of
pave
other
the way.
technology in order to do shit like this. There's no way these niggas just walking around butt ass naked, and then we get pyramids.
we don't know that.
I'm gonna have to see a diagram explaining exactly how you can make sand into a 2,000-ton block and then stack those blocks on top of each other.
It's multiple explanations for it at least.
Not superhuman abilities and strength.
No.
Girl, do you
How dare
believe
you be realistic?
Look, stay with me. Do y'all believe in different dimensions?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
You believe in different
You mean
dimensions, but you
upside
think
down?
science explains how the pyramids were created.
Yeah.
Me thinking.
You have to think, we're the first scientists. We're the first scientists. And you literally just said they have been hiding our history.
Well, yes. Oh, yeah. That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like hospital industries too. You remember black women used to give birth, baby. We used to be out here doing voodoo and all that shit. Witchcraft. They always try to make that shit sound evil, and that's why we can't get up in the health industry and the fucking law industry like we want to.
Ooh, don't
I think-
get me
I think when
started.
you
I'm
talk about
sorry.
science- I think when you talk about science, you're articulating science with what the white man teaches. But who taught the white man?
Us.
Exactly. So how would you not believe science if you know that it came from your ancestors?
I would just rather believe that we all have superhuman abilities that we cannot tap into because we don't have the knowledge. We don't have the knowledge in order to utilize
You're
those
right though,
superhuman
because
abilities.
why do you think they be like most
Black
humans
people.
only use not even black people, anybody? I feel like all humans, also, not even just this might sound crazy and shit, but I feel like everybody has superhuman abilities. Because if you really think about it, they say a human only truly uses what, a good 10-15% of their brain, truly.
Every day.
If you ever seen the movie Lucy? Like I look at that movie.
Wasn't we talking about that the other day? Yeah.
Yeah, I look at that movie crazy as fuck because I feel like if you truly like was able to unlock the full compatibility of your brain, like
It would be insane. And you got to think about it. Your heart is not just here. It's actually in the back of your fucking head.
Yeah.
Look at the diagram of how the brain is
Your
made.
pineal gland.
Yes, it's in the back, right there, like an actual heart.
I thought it was shaped like a cone, like a pine.
No,
I always thought it was shaped like a potato.
dang, the fuck y'all talking
That's
about?
the one. That's the one I was thinking potato, but
No, I thought like a heart was actually like a weird, pretty weird shape type shit. Like it was
It's
never
not
like
this.
Yeah, I never knew it was like this, but I thought it was more like almost look like your liver.
So like let's say like a candy corn shape, but disordered, kind of like unique.
No.
I do get, I would like to believe that we have superpowers and shit like that.
I mean, Avengers ain't come out for no fucking reason.
Yeah, that's the story of like Oshun and them though.
But think about Captain America.
I'm about to say how you get the whole like Marvel DC thing like
African folktale.
Captain America threw me off
folktale,
though.
but where they get them folktales from? Like
How long was this-
You just can't randomly think of like
Some people do have the knowledge and they know it, but they're gatekeeping it.
I don't think that gate.
a lot of people that got the knowledge is getting killed off too.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like our
Exactly.
ancestors was flying and shit.
It's
I'm gonna just
three
say
types
here.
of people
that's
in
what
this
I'm saying.
world.
Like them niggas had
And then
wings and
niggas
shit.
was 9 feet tall.
Niggas could motherfucking mutate and shit.
Yeah.
Because they would say if you think about it, if you think about how they
Avatar
think about how they say how the human life start. For one, I'm gonna just throw this out here. And this is a whole nother fucking story. The fucking Bible is government made.
Oh,
Fuck
I
that.
was literally just about to
Fuck
get
that. I don't give a fuck
That
what
is
nobody
literally
say.
a brain
The Bible is
change.
government fucking made.
Oh my fucking god,
And
y'all!
religion
this
is literally a
so-
lock on the brain.
Oh my
heard
god, I'm so sorry to be this person, but I don't watch The Simpsons for fucking ahead of time purposes. But like, nigga, when I watch The Simpsons, dead ass, like it was like a world crisis going on, right? And no, they would actually have a couple episodes where he would be losing his sauce, and the people wouldn't like be paying attention to religion, and the pastor or whatever, like the people of the church, you gotta think about their industry as well. They came to the church and they was like, what's going on? I'm seeing less and less people in church. You got to get these people back in church. You got to scare the shit out of them and get them back in this church. We need more money. I'm like, oh. So y'all out here scaring niggas.
Church, the whole Bible shit is a scam. Like if you really think about it, all that shit came. Well, this is how I think about it. It all came around once.
The Bible?
White people.
Well, I would say no. The white people made the Bible. For one, if you think about
White
it,
people made the Bible.
I can't give you that one.
Let's-
what? Think about it. For one,
What,
like, hold
what
up. Think about it.
continent is Israel in? Why is Jesus white?
He's not white in the Bible.
But no, why they paint a picture of a white man?
With blue eyes.
You can't judge the Bible. You can't judge the Bible.
I can't judge the Bible
So
for
if you do that,
portraying.
The scripture where it says
Why is there
Jesus was
why is
black.
there a bunch of white names though? If you look at the testaments though, why is there a bunch of white names?
It's not a bunch of white names, dude. No.
Matthew,
Listen,
Mark, Luke.
listen,
What
listen.
black dude name is Luke?
When you get that image of blonde hair, blue eyed Jesus, that's when the indoctrination.
I never seen blue-eyed
The
Jesus.
indoctrination of black people come in. That's the image they use to indoctrinate black people. If I could tell you that the Lord and Savior looks like me, and I want you to come work for me for free, come build this country for free, and you will be disciplined if you happen to stay out of line. If I teach you that I am Jesus, then of course you will follow me. But in the Bible, Jesus is not white at all. It says nothing about him.
He's just depicted as a white person and literally.
because that's the image that they
Everything.
have to use in order to enslave your mind.
But at the same time, it's still man-made. Well,
Yeah, of course it's man-made.
well, it's for one, it's
Right?
still
Why
white
weren't there?
person
Why weren't
made.
there Native Africans practicing Christianity? Just,
There were. Before, there definitely was.
but the connotation with the negativity around witchcraft and stuff like that is because that's really
the white
what.
man. No, that's the white man.
There's some black people thinking like that as well too.
Because that's the indoctrination.
I know.
But if you get to the real raw logistics of it, it's not that. I promise you.
It's not evil. There's a such thing as good and bad voodoo,
In the Bible.
witchcraft. Yes, all them crystals and shit. Yes, all that shit is in the Bible.
It talks about a lot of stuff.
That's why I say it's made.
It's man-made. Of course, it's the book of man. No, you can't just. I'm not gonna tell you that the Bible was written by God. That's blasphemy.
But that's what they tell you though. They'll tell you that the Bible is His words,
But
His story.
You can't say that and then have multiple books of multiple men in the Bible.
But then you got the
That were
one.
bestowed the knowledge
So
by
then, what do you
God
think about
to
like
write
the Old
it? That's what they
Testament
said.
and the New Testament? Because how the fuck did that even come about?
That's when they remove certain books and
then
added
they
shit.
added
But I don't really read into
Exactly.
the Bible for real like that, but I know certain things about the Bible growing up the way I grew up, and I understand that Jesus was not white and with blue hair. I mean,
I don't know
And
what
that he wasn't
perspective
born
came.
on December 25th.
he wasn't born December 25th. You're not supposed to celebrate Christmas, Easter, or nothing.
Because they're paganist holidays.
But that comes from the Catholic Roman Church.
Exactly.
Not necessarily the
And think
Christian
about
Bible.
our Independence Day as well. Black people can't even tell you when the fuck their Independence Day is because they too busy trying to slap shit on the grill on the 4th of July.
Yeah, it's supposed to be Juneteenth, but
No,
what?
it's June 28th.
Since when?
Oh, the solstice.
Oh, don't make me call my fucking stepdad.
I'm just saying since when? Explain to me. 'Cause
Yeah, I ain't heard that
I
one.
ain't heard that one.
I ain't
I just
heard
heard
that one.
Juneteenth.
I'll call that man up and I'll let you know everything he has to tell you.
But yeah,
Oh, I'm
because
sorry.
you can't say, like you said, you proved the point. You can't say that the Bible and everything that happens in the Bible happens in Africa, and then sit here and tell me that this white man just came along out of nowhere and said, "Believe in me, my Father is the way." No,
Yeah.
you understand that Bible, the story of Jesus comes from Egypt, and if it came from Egypt, then it had to come from ancient Mesopotamia, however you say it, and other civilizations. Like this story is nothing new at all. But we give
Take
too
it back
much-
further than that, though. Black people used to be giants. Black people used to be a whole society of nothing but 8 foot tall
used to be
people.
giant, but
Yes.
Before we get to 1776, I want to say, or 1676. Before we get to 1676, there's no such thing as race. It's not a race period.
Like, I-
Goddamn, we gotta have to take this out. So, what's your name and shit like that?
It's your boy Famous, and what the fuck we just do? We just talked about a lot of shit.
Oh damn! No. Put it to me. We at the segment of the video where we gotta.
Nah, we don't even got time for that, B.
Might as well. We gotta get it in. It's traditional.
But nigga, it ain't gonna last.
You don't think so?
Nah, I'm looking at it.
Well, usually at the end we say something inspirational to the viewers. It could be about whatever, like a quote, whatever you want to say, something inspirational. That's what we usually do. But he said run out of time, so we can say that. Unless you still want to throw it in there, you can throw it in there.
Something inspirational, just be true to yourself. You know, live your life how you want to live your life. Don't live your life because somebody else said it or because somebody else wants you to live it. Live your life how you want to live it. Be true to yourself, and then just enjoy your life. You only got one of it.
To add on to that, I had a great friend who added something. See the world through your own lenses and move with your own pace. Fuck the internet. Move at your own pace. Be you. Imani.
And I'm Kai. Be okay with your emotions. Your emotions are not negative. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to acknowledge them. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be passionate. Live in your emotions and your truth, and you'll be the happiest.
For sure.
It's the co-host, Caleb, a.k.a. The Blazer, a.k.a. Phil, a.k.a. Mr. Tutrill. I'm going to say, be transparent. Try to be as transparent as possible. Don't always stick to the guidelines you were brought up in. Because if you were in this conversation today, a lot of motherfuckers would be extremely uncomfortable and be ready to leave. You got to be transparent and hear out what somebody else has to say. That's what I'm going to leave you with.
For sure.
I ain't got no mic, but shit, I'm gonna draw it out today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, y'all wanna talk after that?
Might be smart.
Hey, he was trying to get tapped in so bad. He was like, "No, but let me just." And Josh is like, "Damn, let me just give me 1 second."